Can you still hear the music?
No echo. Yes.
All right.
Is there an echo?
Echo. Anybody?
Anybody?
That was actually pretty effective echo.
Thanks.
So now that we have taken care of that nonsense, and some of you have stuck around, much appreciated. We'll get back to it. So yes, Pathfinder 2nd edition. We're doing it. It's going to be a new thing. Yeah, that's right. We got books in front of us. We've got
Not an actual book. I'm lame.
Well, we also have virtual stuff. So we're going to be showing you some of the book and character sheets and things through Roll20.
Nice.
And I will be talking you through kind of character creation tonight, because all these guys need some characters, and that's what we're going to be doing.
I have a character.
Oh, you want me to point at the Pathfinder book? Oh, I could do it.
Oh, he's doing the thing.
That's what was requested by chat, so I had to do it.
Hey, Jeff, it's backwards for you, man.
Well,
You're backwards.
That's gonna happen. Hey, Zombie,
That
thanks for
look like
resubbing there.
Thanks for the sub.
Zombie toast.
I think that's how it is in the
Toast.
video too.
Thank you, Zombie Toast.
Must appreciate it. That's a different zombie.
Yeah,
Thank you,
It's a
thank you,
whole
thank
other
you.
That's a
zombie.
new
New
zombie.
zombie.
We're used to having at least one.
Zombie. They've subscribed for 8 months.
Zombie toast. There's also a zombie decoy. Look out for him.
They're so
I think toast is the
Same zombie.
original, and decoy is the alternate. Yeah, see, it's the same guy.
Oh, much appreciated.
Nice.
Thank you, thank you. That was the decoy. That makes a lot more sense now. The decoy is the one that throws us off.
Oh, okay.
All right. So we're going to go ahead and dig into it. I appreciate that. And for this campaign, what we're going to be doing is a little departure from the standard homebrew that we normally do. And we're going to actually be trying out one of the modules that Pathfinder's put out. And it is the one you're seeing the cover of over there, the Fall of Plaguestone. So it's supposed to be level 1 through 4. And it is relatively short. It's going to be probably 8 to 10 sessions, I would guess. Just so we can get a sense of like what the game is like, if we like it, figure out what our characters are and that kind of stuff. I like it already, but
like it.
Yeah, Cam likes it. It's nice. But we'll figure it out. These may be characters they continue to play in the long term, or they might scrap them and go with new characters. We'll find out.
Spicy Mike lives.
I really hope somehow that becomes like a martyring battle cry.
Oh man!
Spicy avenge me.
If you haven't seen some of
Graffiti that
our
wall.
World War Z gameplay that we did the other night, you missed out on some good Spicy Mike chat.
There's a little Spicy Mike in there. There's a little Morgan Freeman narrating Spicy Mike's life.
Oh no, I missed that one.
Oh, it was so good, so good.
That was great.
The questions in the chat. When will we be playing? We're going to be trying to play Wednesday nights, weekly,
Right now.
10 p.m. So our usual 7 days to die slot, and we're going to be moving video game nights to Thursdays, and we'll see how that plays out. Reason being, well, Pathfinder and Dungeons and Dragons are pretty similar,
Pretty
same
close.
wheelhouse.
Pretty similar.
And there's this little thing called Critical Role that normally runs on
I
Thursday
don't know if
nights.
you've ever heard of it.
And,
Never heard of
It's a little thing.
It would be kind of silly of us to go up against that, I think. So
Mark
we're
didn't have a chance against us, man.
Mark Malcolm. What's his name?
Mark
Mark-
Markow. I
No,
don't know what his name
no
is.
rifle.
What are you doing?
I have no idea.
I'm
I
calling
don't
on the
know
thunder.
every single Twitch streamer's name. Sorry.
The hate is real.
Not hate. Come on.
It's something. So we're gonna get into it now.
We love you.
Critical Role is really good. So yeah, 10 o'clock on Wednesday nights is what we're gonna shoot for Central Standard Time, and we'll probably be doing like a couple hours per session, just keep it nice and short. Basically the exact same window we normally do for our video game nights.
Yeah.
And hopefully that works. So we'll be actually able to be a consistent weekly game. We'll plow through this stuff pretty quickly, figure out what we like, what we don't like, and basically what I'm gonna try to do is play it by book as much as we can, just so we get a sense of what the game is by default. And then once we're through that first module, I'm going to start doing some more homebrew kind of stuff, probably. Though, we do have another module we picked up from our guest on the Wisdom Check a couple weeks ago.
True that.
And I am interested in using it. The only problem with it is it runs level 1 through 4, just like the one I'm about to run. So that may be a little tricksy. May require you guys to go back to level 1. We'll see if that's a a deal breaker or
You're gonna
not.
take our levels away?
So
Oh, it hurts already.
we'll see what we're gonna do.
Hurts.
Gus.
He was apparently listening to the wisdom check. His dad was on there Monday talking about taking everyone's levels
Yeah,
away.
it's true. Like father, like son.
Your levels are mine. But I may just do some adjustment of the actual campaign itself to make it work, so you don't have to de-level. But that is where we are looking in the future. For right now, where are we in the present? We are trying to make characters. So what I want to do tonight is there's a section in the book, page 21, if you have the book. It takes you through steps of how to put together characters. And we put together characters in other systems quite a few times. So we have a general gist of things, but there are some subtle differences in the way things are going to go. So I'm going to follow it in the order that they talk about. And we're going to kind of go around the group, and we'll see what the guys have in terms of ideas for their upcoming characters. Because the first step is obviously create a concept. So they want to know what kind of character we want to play. A spicy one for Cam there.
That's my concept.
So we want some basic, just like short, small snippets of what your concept is. Let's go ahead and start with Levi.
You could put the spotlight on me.
I did. He's right there. Just,
You know
Alright.
you want the spotlight. You know you want it.
Yeah. Oh, you guys. Oh, you.
Oh, I
picked
can't
me.
believe you're making me
Oh.
talk. I hate
He's only
talking
doing this
in
because I'm
public.
being all dark secret about what I'm going to be.
What's going to be bad is when he realizes that he can't talk now for the rest of this whole thing.
It's going to be
drive him
okay,
crazy.
man. It's going to be okay. I'm still running my game. We're good.
He's got Saturday. He'll talk a lot on Saturday. It'll be fine.
I'll be talking anyway.
it's gonna be great.
I'm playing Diggbungle, Diggbungle Slurghopper. I'm a young dwarf. I'm out of Slurgmine, and I'm a cleric, but I don't know much about my god because it whispers to me, and it's a mystery. I gotta find out.
Dark secrets.
Somebody might say I'm like, I don't know, like a wild cleric.
So what that's going to mean for us in terms of audience is anytime Levi rolls a spell or does his like turn undead ability or any of those like class, magic like things, we're going to have him roll an additional d20. And if he botches, there's going to be a wild effect.
Which
And it's
will
going to
definitely happen.
It will happen quite a bit. So the wild effects will be weird things that can carry on top of the effect, whether it succeeded or failed. And it's off. We're going to use the chart that's in the 5th edition Dungeons and Dragons book for the basic ones. Now, here's something that the stream is going to be able to do to make it more exciting.
Super botch.
When Levi is rolling for this wild effect, if he doesn't get one, but you really want him to have one, you're going to be able to spend some money to make it happen. All right?
Bits
So some
for
bits will
wild
come
magic.
raining in there. It'll probably be like relatively cheap. We'll call it like 200 bits or something like that. And
Until it's happening all the time, and then we're going to have to up the prices a little bit.
yeah, maybe.
We're creating a wild magic
No,
economy.
happened again.
Well, I'll consider channel points at some point, but I got to figure that one out later. But if we get the wild effects, sometimes we want some extra wild effects, right? We want the ones that are like actually pretty intense. And I've been gifted this other chart by Air Laser and Co. that is 10,000 options of craziness. And
10,000.
if he gets a wild effect and you want him to go off this 10,000 list, which
To
includes
roll a D10,000.
yeah,
Better make
know.
it 10,000 camps because I'm sitting on 23.3k. So
I
I'm
know.
just saying.
I know. I would walk 10,000 miles.
Oh, but
man,
would you walk
just-
10,000 more?
You
They
should
didn't,
see that. Chart. It doesn't make any sense. It's just all over the place.
So yeah, in that case, if he has a wild effect, there's going to be an additional purchase you can make to make it the extra powerful wild magic. And so that'll be pretty fun. And hopefully will cause quite a bit of shenanigans that don't completely destroy the world, but if it does, thank you for the bits.
World exploded. Thanks for the bits.
So I'm looking forward to that. I hope you guys are too. We'll figure out
That'd be
channel
awesome.
points. I haven't thought about it yet, so we'll figure out some solution with that because I do think we need to reward that as well. But we have other players in this game that are going to go along with this wild magician. So we got Dustin, who is further down the totem pole, holding up the base there. What are you going to be playing, Dustin?
Well, basically, Basically, what I'm gonna be is I'm gonna be punching people in the fucking face all the fucking time. I'm gonna comfort the children. I'm gonna eat the fucking children. I'm the greatest fighter who ever fucking lived.
I should have known. I should have known. All right. Yeah, that's happening. Good grief.
Oh, we are gonna be a cast of characters, folks.
So we're gonna have that all the time. It sounds like. So you're gonna be punching stuff. It sounds like.
My guy is I misspelled it on my sheet. I gotta redo it. It's Clashius Clay Dyson. Because I couldn't be Mike, because there's another Mike somewhere.
Oh, so that's true. There's gonna be.
So Clashius Clay is a gladiator background, and
Man.
he's a half orc. He's a human half orc, which are kind of rolled together now. So I have orc ferocity. I guess we're gonna get to the details later, but
Yeah, we'll get to the details. Just for now, it's just general idea of what you want.
So I'm a boxer, as you can imagine. So I'm gonna be going around collecting belts, all the belts. I want to unify all the belts, Sony magic belts. One going over one shoulder, one going over the other shoulder, one going around my waist. Belts everywhere. It's gonna be great.
Wow, we are getting ultra robotic. That is
robots.
fantastic. All right. I love when that happens. I just realized I forgot to give Timmy a sheets. Let me fix that real quick. Turn down the background music. You got it.
Yeah.
Let me take care of that real fast. We'll get that sorted.
Yep. Dustin
down
is
a
definitely
little.
the champ.
He's gonna be the champ.
I'm the champ. I'm the greatest of all time.
Oh, it's gonna be great.
I was drinking right there.
I may or may not have spent 5 hours today listening to Mike Tyson quotes on YouTube. Because all I gotta say is I'm gonna destroy him.
No.
Dustin really got into boxing. I don't know if you realized. Like, he's been watching boxing all day.
It's
My defenses are
amazing.
impregnable.
Impregnable.
I'm not gonna be able to play the
If for any reason I find an ability that lets me bite people's ears, this thing is going down.
Oh, it's gonna be in there.
dogs. I'm gonna be like,
It's gonna be a good game, is what we're hearing.
It's gonna be fan-friggin-tastic.
I'm not even gonna tell you what class I am yet. I'll let you figure that out later.
All right, we'll select that later. So that's a good introduction. So Air Laser, is that quite enough for you for the good old sounds? Hopefully, and the music is down. While she's answering that, I'm going to say hello to the Litching Hour, who's come in to mention that the champ is coming. And that's
Yeah,
excellent
what's
stuff.
up,
Litching Hour.
hey.
Nice. So next up, we have at the top right, it's like right there is Clint. Yeah.
Oh, Levi's at my top, right? Okay.
So Clint,
Okay.
let's go ahead and tell us a little bit about what you intend to play.
Hey, my name's Lug Rashbucket.
Oh, boys.
I'm a field medic, goblin, from the Dunk Dunk clan. And the last 3 years I've been used as an orc bowling ball since I was captured by a camp of them about a few ways back. I just escaped.
Oh man,
Yes.
this is
Air
gonna
Laser's
be
correct.
great.
I don't know if Levi the person will survive this game. Not his character. Levi the person may not.
Lich wants to know if it's northern dunk dunk or southern.
Yeah. Northern or
we-
southern dunk dunks.
We segregated from the Southern Dunk Dunks about 10 years ago. Unionized.
You're a unionized.
You're a union field medic. I love it. They're like, well, guys, we're on strike. You're just gonna have to die. Sorry.
Them's just the rules. I'm sorry.
It's like, no. I'm the bandager. You're vomiting. I can't help you.
Yeah. Most of my scout force was actually killed in the Great Orc Bowling Competition of 1620. But thankfully, my ancient heritage granted me much more malleable bone structure So I took far less damage from being thrown into the bowling pins. I survived.
Oh man, we're off to a great start. This is going to be fantastic. Let's see what this guy down here, this Cameron, has to say.
Well, I think we all know it's been a long time coming. That Spicy Mike is gonna be the guy here. So he's gonna be around. He's gonna have his T-square. He's gonna be measuring things, making sure the square angles, putting together cabinets and such things for people. Odd jobs, maybe get in a bar fight here too. Whatever. Don't worry about it. It's gonna be fine.
So he's really a contractor. Like, he actually is?
Yeah. I mean, he doesn't really do it much, but that's what he claims, so he doesn't get in trouble for all the other shit that he does. I decided to play him.
Builder, right?
Yeah, he's kind of a mix between like Rocket Raccoon and like Carl from Aqua Teen Hunger Force.
Yeah, for sure.
Except not so like malicious as Carl from Aqua Teen Hunger Force. Yeah, so that's what we're gonna be playing.
A Porno belt with all the powers.
Nah. Yeah, his name's Michael, but people call him Spicy Mike, so just call him Spicy Mike. It's fine. Just call him that. It's fine. Nobody's gonna care. Just call him that. He'll know what you're talking about.
Oh, that's some good shit. Oh, so this game is really going to go places, is what we're saying.
It's got personality,
characters.
Man. It's going to be fine. Yeah,
it's going to be charming.
It's going to be something.
Really good.
So, and then last but not least, we got, there we go, way down there.
The angle.
That is Tim. Tim has got a character in mind, I hope.
Yes, I do.
Let's hear what he has to say.
I will be playing Jasper Smoothhands, who is a small town halfling who got involved in the local churches and religions and has since become disillusioned and seeks to overthrow organized religion and bring healing back to the people.
I love that we're all playing the comic relief, and Tim's like, somebody's got to play the straight man. I got to be the straight man.
Wait, are you
never
my
going to
Don
survive.
King? Can you have really tall white hair and be my Don King? Just walk around like right?
So,
don't worry, Spicy Mike will be able to talk.
Okay,
It'll be fine.
Yeah.
So Tim, I was laughing so hard, I kind of missed some of the concept again. So you were saying you're stealing healing from the clergy and giving it back?
No, not stealing. No. I'm bringing it directly to it. And basically trying to push against organized religion.
All right.
As a means of subverting and
these are some
holding down the
fantastic
people.
ideas. Excellent.
Smooth hand.
So that is how we're going to start off here, is that cast of characters. So the next step that we got to figure out are some of these details, and in Pathfinder 2e they got a little mnemonic that they use, the ABCs, and that refers to the ancestries, which are what would have been basically races in the old school, but now they've kind of called it a different thing, and it represents a little different thing. There's backgrounds, which is the B, and that's going to be kind of like your origin story a little bit. That's like something you did. It's something you're going to have some skill at. Maybe you were a sailor. Maybe you were apparently a Spicy Mike. I don't know. There's different things you could have been. So there's that. And then you pick your class, and then we'll deal with some details. Some other details that they're looking at on the sheets here are stuff like what your faith is or what your allies might be and that kind of stuff. But we'll kind of get into those details a little bit later. So let's go ahead and first take a look at step 2. Start building ability scores.
Let's do it.
So I'm going to bring up an example sheet. Hopefully it's going to load for me here. Let's see. Let's bring that on up. And
I think we're going to be learning a little bit of the differences in the system here too. So hopefully you'll be learning along with this here.
Yeah.
If you have questions that you want to see, ask.
Did you want us to discuss what backgrounds and stuff we chose?
We will, yeah. That's step 4 apparently. So we're gonna go through that step by step.
Wild how it jumps all over the place.
Well,
It's just wild.
It's going to go start building ability scores. So at this point, we're going to need to start building your character ability scores.
Which is funny, though, because you can't put the ability scores until you choose your background.
That's true. That's true.
Background comes after the ancestry, apparently.
Yep. Yeah. So what we're going to start with is all the scores start at 10. So at the home chat there, you should be able to see that all these default to 10 here. Right, and anytime that we get...
Okay.
Yeah, so again, my arrow should be appearing on there. No?
Yep, I see.
No.
Okay.
My arrow does not appear. Perfect.
You told it not to look for your cursor.
Well, then I will just continue to not tell you what's going on.
We'll look. We'll see it.
So as you go through and make selections, you're going to have things called ability... What do they call them? They're called ability improvements? Ability boost. Ability boosts. There it is. Yes. Each time you get one of those, it increases your stat by 2. And there are also ability flaws, which will reduce the stat by 2. So at this point, everything is just 10. It's just a good time to look at them and familiarize them. With Dungeons & Dragons, we got the classics. So Strength, Dex, Con, Intelligence, Wisdom, and Charisma all make a reappearance. So nothing new there. So the next thing we go into is step 3, and this is the A for Ancestry. So this is where you're going to be picking that. Now, Ancestries in Pathfinder 2 are a little different. So instead of just saying I'm a dwarf, there are different types of dwarfs you can select. So
I'm a rock dwarf.
That's pretty cool.
Oh yeah, rock dwarf. So rock dwarf in this case is giving Levi some bonuses and things. So the description for that one is your ancestors lived and worked among the great ancient stones of the mountaintops or the depths of the earth. This makes you as solid as a rock when you plant your feet. You gain +2 circumstance bonus. That's right. It's +2 circumstance bonus to your fortitude or reflex saves when you're resisting being shoved or tripped, and it applies to saving throws for spells that would also knock you prone. And in addition, any effect that would force you to move 10 feet or more, you're moved only half that distance. So
I believe Liching Hour's got it correct. He should also be stoned.
He is also stoned. It's true. Now, as Levi is leveling up, he will have options. There are things called ancestry feats, and they're like feats from other Pathfinder games, but in this case, they only factor into stuff that dwarves can do. So, like, these would be things like dwarven lore that makes you good at crafting and learning how their religion works and stuff. There's unburdened iron was another example where you're not reducing your speed when you're wearing heavy armor.
Well, I got one for the first level, right?
Mm-hmm.
I got Rock Runner.
Rock Runner. All right, so you want to tell us what that does? Or you want me to tell?
Hold on. I ignore difficult terrain over rubble and uneven ground or stone and earth when I'm using. Basically, if I'm on stone or earth, I'm well balanced. And I get to ignore difficult terrain.
Now, why did you select that one as opposed to some of the other choices here?
Because I'm from a swamp mine. So, like, we're all used to dealing with mud and sinkholes and washes and crawling our way out of all that nonsense. And half the time there's people dying all the time. So we're all pretty steady because we have to be.
I like it. That's a great idea. So Levi, as a dwarf, is going to get some basic things added to his sheet. So for starters, he is going to get 10 hit points just for being a dwarf. So that's something that's a little different than what we're used to in other Dungeons & Dragons games. In this case, at level 1, your hit points are going to be determined by your ancestry and your class, and they're just flat numbers. So we'll temporarily write down 10 hit points for you. His size is medium, his speed is 20 feet, and he gets the following ability boost. So he gets Constitution, he gets Wisdom, so both those will jump up to 12s, and he has a free one. And free can be spent anywhere except for on one that you just got one in. So you can't spend it in Constitution, you can't spend it in Wisdom, but you can put it somewhere else.
Charisma.
So, charisma it is. Which is a good way to offset his ability flaw as a dwarf, which is charisma.
I'm real likable. Huh?
Yep.
Can you try to share that on the sheet? Because when I put mine in, like, for strength, it didn't adjust the actual strength score. It just put the 4 over in the mod. So I just want to make sure it's doing it right.
Okay. So you should go over to the little toggle. There's a little button here, and you're going to look at the score base, and you're going to write in this, like Levi's case, you'd write 12. So if we were putting this together as Levi's sheet right now, he would have that 12 in Constitution. Okay. You close that up, and then he would have it in Wisdom.
That's
and then his Charisma would have gone down to an 8 as a dwarf, but he put his free points in there, which brought it back up to 10. So he's good on that. And he gets to write down a few things. So he gets to know languages. So he gets Common and Dwarven. And he also gets some more languages based on his intelligence, which we'll figure out later. So we'll come back to that. And he is also somebody who is blessed with some dark vision, which is going to be excellent. So he can see in darkness and dim light just as well as you can see in bright light, which is fantastic. And it doesn't actually give any range on that, so I guess it's just everything. Forever. He sees through walls and shit. So good. We got Levi sorted out. Let's go on with Dustin. Dustin, what are you?
I'm a half-orc.
You're a half-orc.
Which
well,
is
that's
a human.
funny. I'm going to say there are no
being.
half-orcs. Yes. So excellent. So it is different. In this day and age, in the Pathfinder 2e, they have put half-orcs and half-elves as the racial types of humans. So you can play just a human, and there are a couple different variants of that. Ones are more skillful and the other things. But he's selected half-orcs. So,
Lynching hour, he missed my introduction. I'm a fighter. I'm a gladiator. I'm the greatest fighter that's ever lived. Basically.
Basically.
It's pretty good stuff. I'm liking
It is. I thought the same thing earlier. Said that's very assumptive of this game. Where it's like, oh well, you're just human, so you just need to be assimilated.
Let's get in there. So, as a human, Dustin is going to receive 8 hit points. His size is medium. His speed is 25, and he gets 2 free ability boosts. So he can put
Craps with the 25 speed for human. I mean,
I don't know. 25 is the new 30, I guess.
is that the new 30?
That's the new
Just
30.
checking. Because I was feeling a little robbed when I saw 8 hit points and a 25 speed. I was like, what? All right. Yeah.
Is Cam using lip calm, him or his character?
Lip balm.
That's not what it says.
Yep. But I think that's what she meant.
Yeah. No, she
Spicy
typed
Mike
it
might
twice.
need some lip balm. He works outside a lot. Little, cold environments, sometimes windy, sun, he's going to need lip balm.
It's very
Keep
nice.
these lips
I had to
supple.
take 2 ability boost. So I went with strength and dex.
Strength and dex. Okay. And humans don't have any flaws, apparently. So
Now, I'm
No flaw
flawless.
there.
Defenses are impregnable.
Exactly.
The greatest fighter in the world.
Levi's just going to be wrecked. It's going to be amazing. And so he has selected his subtype as half-orc, which is fantastic. And he
got an
also gets to
ancestry tree.
choose an
That's
ancestry
right. I
tree.
took orc ferocity. So when I
Orc
hit 0
ferocity.
hit points, I stay at 1 because you can't knock me down.
Nice.
You can't beat me.
That's a good one. That's a good
So
one.
that is one thing you get to do as a half-orc or a half-elf is you have a separate list of ancestry feats you can select from. So I'm just trying to look through the list so I can actually find it. It's actually called Orc Ferocity.
Called orc ferocity. I wouldn't make this.
Nope, there it is. Yep. So
Make it up.
I believe you. So once per day, if he hits 0 hit points, but he isn't immediately killed, he pops back up with 1 hit point. It's very but you
orky
do
of
get
him.
the wounded condition. So you do pop up with a little bit of blood trickle, but you do get up unlike anyone else. How orky are you going to look? Are you like real orky?
Oh, I put a picture.
What's that?
My picture.
He's
What?
got a picture.
Dustin has apparently frozen up a little bit.
Yeah. Yeah.
His
He
picture-
did post his picture
There
in
it
the
is.
Discord.
Oh, it's in the
If you
Discord.
remember. In
Yeah.
the
Oh.
general chat of our Discord.
It's on my character sheet. If you just click on my sheet, you'll see it. It's
Okay,
there.
well, let me
I can't show
bring
it to you
up.
because I can't control it. It's
Let
there.
me see. Cassius
Kind
Clay
of.
Dyson. Oh, there he is. Yeah.
Oh, there he is.
Let's see if we can get him a little zoom in.
Oh,
There he is.
nice.
Little
Huh?
John Cena with big teeth.
That's right.
Kinda. Yep. Yep. He's John Cena with big teeth.
I like his little fanny pack. You see that down there?
That is. It seems.
all
it's
the
where-
greatest warriors
It is a
use
belt.
fanny
It's a
packs.
belt with a pack on it. So
He
would
comes
you
from
look
a
at that?
long line of fanny pack carrying.
that's where he keeps the big buckle for his championship belt. He keeps it in the pack.
Hey, we got a follow
Hey,
from
Mr.
the Mr.
Sprinkle.
Sprinkle. Thank you very
Mr.
much.
Thank you
Sprinkle.
for the
Thank
sprinkle.
you.
Thank
you.
Sprinkles.
Much appreciated. That was excellent. So we are going to keep going here because Dustin's already selected his. So next up, we got Clint. What
Hey,
are
I
you
got
playing?
a picture. Are we showing pictures?
Oh, if you got a picture, let's do it. You got it attached in there?
Yeah.
The old
Hey.
Diggbungle?
Hey,
Let's see.
Diggbungle.
Bio. Oh my god, there's all kinds of information in here.
It's a full backstory. I'm not fucking around.
Wow, look at that. He's got the full-on Popeye right there.
He's got some serious eyes going on.
Yeah.
Look at that party foul right there.
Almost looks like a cyborg guy there on the
I thought he was technically a cyborg, yeah.
Yeah.
I thought
No, I'm just really excitable.
he's Cable is what I thought he was.
Yes.
That's a pretty sweet picture. I like that. I got a lot of reading out of me. Look at that. Aw. So we'll come back to that later. Hey, we got a quote there. I'm not fucking around. That's fantastic.
And it's quoted for Diggbungle, not Levi, for Diggbungle.
I just can't wait. It'll be playing as like, who the hell is Diggbungle?
And-
Come up in Everstorm, like, who's Diggbungle? He's like, he's not here.
He's not a person.
And it's quote number 69.
There we go. Now it's
69, dude.
Oh, 69!
Yep. So, Clint, we are on to your ancestry.
Yeah, so like I said, I'm a goblin. If you want to pull up my character sheet, you can show everybody what it looked like.
Let's see.
I
I
got
have a
these
picture.
Rashbucket.
Yeah.
Let's bring him up.
That last name, Rashbucket.
It's a great name. I like it.
Yeah.
So
a good
gross
one.
and perfect at the same time.
That's nice.
That's
That's
me
nice.
right there. Yeah.
That's classy.
So, like I said,
Oh.
thanks to my unbreakable heritage, I'm able to bounce back from injuries easily due to an exceptionally thick skull. So I gained 10 hit points instead of 6.
Yeah.
And when I fall, I reduce the damage as though I had fallen half the distance.
That's pretty
So you're
amazing,
saying
actually.
you were a really reliable Bolden Bull?
I was one of the best they had. So, yeah.
No turkeys, only strikes.
Yeah. We might have had some bets going. I think I might have made some orcs pretty happy. So, yeah.
It's really good. We in the chat saying that quote of chicks dig meth and lumberjacks should be a Spicy Mike quote. Yes.
I'm considering it. I'm heavily considering it. It seems like a thing that he would say.
Well, yeah.
Maybe not a catchphrase, but at some point, I think he should say it.
If he's the contractor, he knows lumberjacks. You got to get your supply.
It's true. That's where I get my
And it
lumber.
stands to reason, as a contractor, he might know some people on meth.
That is correct, Zombie Decoy. A turkey is, in fact, 3 strikes in a row.
That is true. That's true.
Potentially even a
So,
wild turkey.
As my feet, I had a couple of good options, and one I really wanted, but I decided to go against.
Okay, what were the two that you were between here?
Goblin Song.
You passed up a
Okay.
goblin song. What was that?
I could sing a really annoying goblin song to distract my foes with silly and repetitive lyrics.
Not bad. Not
That's
bad.
Yeah.
pretty good.
I can
That would've
affect 2 targets within a range.
Why didn't you do it?
It would have just been Dustin and Levi over and over.
He could be the goblin style,
long.
Gungan style.
Yeah, I think we have enough personality in the group. We don't need that going on too. But I really wanted the goblin weapon familiarity feat, which
Okay.
let me use dog slices. I don't
So-
carry daggers. I carry dog slices.
It's for slicing dogs.
Yeah,
Pathfinder goblins have a racial hatred of horses and dogs
yeah.
because they fight humans so often. So they have horse choppers as basically a sword, and then they have these. Actually, I think the dog slicers are considered swords too, aren't they?
They're a dagger. Yeah,
They are dagger. Okay.
light finesse weapon. Agile.
Very nice. So
Yeah.
he'll get access to the uncommon goblin weapons, and let's see. For the purpose of determining your proficiency, martial goblin weapons are simple weapons, and advanced goblin weapons are martial weapons. So that's pretty cool. Get lots of options
Yeah.
there. So as a goblin, typically he would have got 6 hit points. In his case, he's getting 10. They're small. He's got 25 feet of speed, and they have ability boost to Dex, Charisma, and they get a free one. So where does your free one go?
My free one, I think, went to charisma because I'm really likable.
So you can't double stack an ability boost at this point. So if you got a
What?
Dex and a Charisma, you can't put a free in either Dex or
Oh,
Charisma.
my bad. I was just looking at my sheet and I had a +1 in charisma. So
Oh,
apparently
then
I put
I'm
that one
illegal
in
too.
intellect.
You put it into Intellect? Nice.
Intellect. Yeah.
Okay.
That gave me a bonus to my languages because I got to know my languages.
Hell yeah. And you got an ability flaw too, wisdom.
Yeah, which I offset with my next one. So just so you know.
No flaws for Clint.
Hey, Pan, like, if I got an ancestry and then a background and then a class boost and each one of them's wisdom, does that stack?
It does.
Yes.
All right, then
Yeah.
I'm not illegal.
Yeah, you're street legal so far. Yeah, Liching Hour says that he is in fact a finesse weapon. That is,
Just a lot of finesse.
That'd be handy to use.
yeah, you know, you can grab a little Liching Hour with your decks.
Check out my finesse
right.
weapon.
So, in addition to those things, Clint's Goblin also has dark vision, which is cool. Actually,
I
one thing
didn't even write
check-
that down.
Yeah, that's why we're doing this.
It was so inconsequential. I didn't
I know I had that.
It would make
So-
sense.
One thing that Dustin also got as his half-orc, apparently you gain the orc trait and low light vision. So, not dark vision anymore, you get low light vision. So there's that.
Got it.
There is
Everybody knows that one sucks balls, eh?
Low light vision. A creature with low light vision can see in dim light as though it were bright light, and it ignores the concealed condition due to dim light.
But
So
in
you don't-
darkness, you can't see.
Dark vision can see perfectly well in areas of darkness and dim light, though as such in black and white only.
Right on.
There you go. There's the difference.
Right.
I was on the
That
page.
works because the DM's colorblind, so he can relate.
Yeah, I'll just be like, it just looks like this all the time, guys.
This is just what it looks like.
Yeah, let me go ahead and bring up another sheet for us to stare at. So, next up, we have Cam. Cam, what is Spicy Mike?
Spicy Mike, because he's so very disciplined, is a monk.
No,
He's
answer.
a monk.
I didn't
You're
tell
not-
you last yet.
It's
Yeah,
answer.
just
I'm sorry, we're not doing
Hey,
that. He's a human.
Hey.
He's a human.
Okay, just
Hey,
pure
Justin
all
already
human?
said it's fine. He's gonna be human.
Okay.
Ancestry is jabroni.
So yeah, right. So he gets all those things, the hit points, same as we talked about with the one
is
before,
Yeah.
which is
Hit points
8.
for
You know,
humans.
25 move speed, size medium.
He had 2 free ability boosts. What'd you put him in?
Yes. I'm still trying to work that out because I think
It was indeed Dex, Air Laser. I did say Dex.
I think I'm
not
gonna
what you
need
thought.
to do Dex because I think I'm gonna end up doing finesse type weapons.
Wow,
but I don't know
Spicy
yet.
Mike is a finesse character? I did not see that coming.
No.
I don't know. I'm trying to figure out how it's gonna work because he's gonna be able to do
I think
more.
he's reading a little bit too far into the accuracy of a T-square to base the entire class on, eh?
Here's the thing. 2 things I want Spicy Mike to be able to do, and then I'll figure it out with the system.
Make a right angle.
Spicy Mike is gonna
Be
have a
cute.
T-square. If we all know what the T-square looks like,
Or a
It's-
tooth.
we're gonna split it in half. It's gonna be 2 commas.
Equilateral.
For weapons, but he also needs to be able to punch in a bar fight, so that's super important too. So that's why I don't know quite yet. So it'll be either a strength and a dex, and then probably will end up be a wisdom as the
All right.
other.
I would just want him to throw that T-square like a boomerang.
Maybe we'll work it out. It can be many things. We're just gonna skin whatever I decide to use as a boomerang or as a T-square rather. So he could just wing out a T-square and it turns into a boomerang. We'll see.
You know what I'm
what'd you
digging
take
is
as
that
your
Air
heritage?
Laser said.
So my heritage, I think I'm going to do the versatile heritage. So
All right, so you had a choice
vers-
between skilled or versatile.
yes, skilled or versatile because I'm not going to be a half elf or half orc. The skilled, basically you get to be trained in a skill of your choice, and you get to become an expert at that skill at 5th level.
Nice.
Or with versatile, let's see, I get to select a general feat of my choice. So basically extra feat. I kind of want Spicy Mike to have a lot of like fun toys. So maybe not so much like here's a skill or he's really good at this, really good at that. I want him to have like a bunch of different interesting
say
things that he can do.
ninja tricks?
out of ya.
No.
That's
We don't want
what
ninja
he's
tricks.
trying to do.
Ninja tricks out of ya.
Yep.
Say
We-
no.
We don't want ninja tricks. That's not what we're doing. Not doing ninja tricks.
Air Laser's
But-
rocking the quotes down here. It says Spicy Mike definitely needs finesse to make sure his hair is just so.
Well,
and then Air Laser also says, I still think if he has any range, it should be an axe, but it's just axe body spray.
I just chuck it. I poke a hole in it and I chuck it out there and it just sprays people in the eyes.
It's just,
like,
it's
oh
just
my
a can
God.
of mace.
I smell horrible and I can't see.
I love it.
Yeah.
All right, so your versatile heritage, you're going to get a bonus general feat we'll talk about later.
Yep,
What
we'll
is
figure
your
that out
ancestry
later.
feat currently, though?
So, I looked at some of the ones that were, like general training and stuff like that, but they kind of felt a little too vanilla for Spicy Mike. So we're taking haughty obstinacy.
Yes.
So, I will read the description. You have a powerful ego, and it makes it harder for others to order you around. If you roll success on a saving throw against a mental effect that attempts to directly control your actions, you critically succeed instead. If a creature rolls a failure on a check to coerce you using this intimidation, it gets a critical failure instead.
That's the Valorant ability.
It can't try to coerce you again for an entire week.
Damn.
Now, Cameron, I do.
That felt very Spicy Mike to me.
That feels very Spicy Mike. But
Yes.
did you notice the last one up at the top of the next column? Unconventional weaponry.
I
How are
did.
you not taking unconventional weaponry T-square is beyond me. But
Well, the T-square is just going to be a skin, man.
Okay.
It's just going to be a skin.
Yeah, it falls actually under a monk.
I mean,
technically.
he's a contractor. He finagled away. He went Clint on this, and he was like, here's what I got, and here's what I need. How do I make what I got into what I need? And that's what he did. So that's what is going to happen. He's pulling a Clint, and he's just going to make it if he don't have it.
Lynching Iris says, speaking about Spicy Mike in the third person feels very Spicy Mike.
Yes. I have actually considered Spicy Mike referring to himself as Spicy Mike and not saying like I or me. So
Are you still
I've
going to do the
considered
Morgan
that.
Freeman inner dialogue?
I don't know. I'm trying to. I've been toying with a
please.
lot of things.
we have to do
Give
it.
us a
Where
sample right
Spicy
now.
Mike kind of like talks to himself, and basically he'll just start talking, and it sounds like Morgan Freeman, and he's just narrating the things that are happening to Spicy Mike as he's doing it. So,
But he doesn't think he's being heard.
But,
It's his inner
yeah.
voice. But he's actually talking out loud.
But he's
He has
actually
no
talking
mental
out loud,
filter, so it comes out his mouth no matter
to
what.
be like, yeah, so I was in there, and then all of a sudden this guy came up to me, and he was like, hey, man, how you doing? Little did Spicy Mike know that man wanted to punch him in the face. So I'm toying with that. I'm stacking a lot of things on my plate here.
Mike has got dissociative identity
Yes.
disorder.
Yes. And Spicy Mike himself actually. Ooh, hold on. Stick with me here.
Wait,
If Spicy Mike refers to himself in the third person, and he has a narration by Morgan Freeman, maybe he's actually Morgan Freeman, and the second personality is Spicy Mike.
We're going too deep.
Inception moment right there.
You
It's
just
an
went
Inception
Fight Club on us.
Yeah.
I got a
Anyway.
little spicy for our taste, yeah.
I'll figure that out later.
That's one for
It's
the background.
excellent. Yeah,
Yeah,
we'll
I'll
come back
figure
to
that out later.
So after that shenanigans, Tim, can you follow up with this?
Oh, I'm not even going to attempt to.
Impossible.
No. I'm playing a halfling.
A halfling.
Right.
Yes.
Let's take a
With
peeky
smooth
poo.
hands.
Smooth hands.
Smooth. Very
Smooth.
baby.
Very, very
Yeah.
smooth. Yes.
Yes.
So a
He hasn't done a
halfling.
day of work in his life.
Yeah, I would believe it.
For,
Yeah.
for all that healing.
what I hear.
So let's see. As a halfling, you are getting what? You're getting 6 hit points. You
I'm
know
a
that.
size of small. Because halfling. This document may or may not
Join
be
the
accurate.
club. It's
It
good.
says
Good down
25 feet speed, but I assume it's
That is
20.
correct. 25 is what it says.
Oh,
In the
well.
book.
Halflings aren't.
Yeah, we're not slow. Just dwarves.
I get
Yep.
boosts to my dex, my wisdom, and a free, which will be going into charisma.
Nice.
Nice.
And my ability flaw is strength, so
Yeah.
strongest amongst the group.
Love good old weak characters.
Yeah. I also have keen eyes, so I am particularly observant. I get a +2 circumstance bonus when using the seek action to find hidden or undetected creatures.
Nice.
With your eyes where it's keen as the bow.
And I apparently can reduce DCs by a flat check to 3 for concealed targets, or
Oh,
9
man.
for a hidden one.
Oh, that's cool.
Hold on,
The running gag is there are
you
keen
trying to
elven
tell me-
eyes. You plucked them out and you took them.
Don't tell me like Clashius Clay is like a fanboy of Balron, because that's too many levels of ego.
No, he has no idea. He has no idea.
It is a lot of short people in a half-orc. That is true.
I'm a human. I'm normal. I'm normal.
Yeah.
Yep.
Cam's a
But the
schmuck.
shorties outnumber him. It's how it should
We
be.
do.
That's true.
Oh, yeah. So, Tim, as a halfling, you get some choice. You could be a gutsy halfling, a hillock halfling, a nomadic halfling, twilight halfling, or a wildwood halfling. Which did you select?
So I had a interesting question for you, DM. The Hillock Halfling, that second portion of it, does that count if I am performing the medicine check on myself while eating a snack?
Well, I don't know. Let's read it together.
So
So, let's see. Can I actually pull it up so they home?
Do you have
you take a
proficiency?
snack?
Do you
What I
have
have-
proficiency in like Twinkie or something?
What it says here is what a Hillock Halfling is, and I thought this was hilarious, but accustomed to calm life in the hills, your people find rest and relaxation especially replenishing, particularly when indulging in creature comforts. When you regain hit points overnight, I get to add my level to my hit points regained. And when anyone uses the medicine skill, that's why I was questioning the anyone uses
Are
the
you an
medicine
anyone?
skill.
I believe you're an anyone.
I guess I am. To treat your wounds, you can eat a snack to add your level to the hit points you regain from their treatment.
Yeah.
Nice.
So are you asking if you can use that on others, or are you
No. I'm asking if I do a medicine check on myself to treat myself, and I eat a snack while doing it.
Yes. So under the medicine check rule, you can do a medicine check and treat your own wounds.
So he literally gets healed from 11sies.
Yeah, I literally
Makes
am
so
a
much
video game
sense.
character who looks in the trash for the half-eaten burger and chows it down and feels a little bit better afterwards.
That's
Makes
fantastic.
so much sense.
I like it a
So-
lot.
I'll be going with
I
that
love it.
as my heritage,
Okay.
and as my feat, I don't see how I can pass halfling luck. So
Yeah,
Go
so
with that.
One shoot
Yeah.
is the best.
so you had a bunch of choices. You could have done distracting shadows, halfling lore,
I'm gonna say
halfling weapon familiar.
I was really tempted by the halfling sling, like the basically like lacrosse stick,
Yep.
essentially. So the weapon familiarity tempted me a little bit.
Yeah, it was
Hold on,
called
they put-
Titan Slinger.
Do they still have?
That's
do they
the
still have
kendo weapon. They put that in there.
Yeah, that's what I was gonna say. Is it still the sling staff?
Yeah,
Is
it's
it
the halfling sling staff.
Okay, the sling staff is
Oh,
still there.
yeah.
That's awesome.
Yep.
I'm getting a little
Still
dragon
there.
lance up in here. Nice.
Nice.
So yeah, as
Dig
the
it.
halfling luck, it has the little weird symbol next to it. That let me show the home audience if I can find it. Does it show it? Okay, well it doesn't show the symbol, but the symbol looks like a little diamond that's empty, which means it's a free action. So once per day, he can use a free action if he were to fail a saving throw, or fail a skill check rather, or saving throw. What's he get to do? You get to reroll.
I get to re-roll, but I must use the second roll result.
That's not too shabby. I like that. That's nice. So that's pretty cool. So we got a lucky halfling, smooth hands, eats sandwiches. He is a good dude.
Oh yes.
So
And eats sandwiches all the time.
we have
Jay
managed to get
Brews.
through the race.
Thanks for stopping
Yeah, J Brews.
What's up,
Jay
Jay Brews?
We're loving Pathfinder 2
Brews.
so far. I'm enjoying it. So the next step after we picked ancestry and talked about concepts, we're getting into backgrounds. So this is where we're going to reveal a little something about each of the characters, you know. So character backgrounds appear on page 60. What they typically do is they provide 2 ability boosts, one that can be applied to either of 2 specific ability scores, and then they give you a free one. And then they also give you training in a specific skill, and training in a type of lore skill, and a specific skill feat. So a lore skill in this game is kind of an all-encompassing thing. So like say if somebody was a sailor in 5th edition, they would have the water vehicles proficiency. This is what that is. So like anything you need to know about sailing, if you had the sailing lore, whether it's knots, whether it's knowing how to navigate, all that kind of stuff is rolled into that lore check. So background will have some impact on that. So let's take a peek at those, and have you guys all selected backgrounds at this point, or are you guys still looking through them?
I have.
I haven't. I'm looking at them right now.
There's a lot.
All right, there
There's a
are
lot.
quite a few. I'm going to see
It
if I
is
can
a
bring
nice
it up for the
list.
home crew here.
Bit of a stereotype, but I don't care.
Let's transition this while I'm poking around.
Yeah.
So let's start with Levi then, since he's already got one. And we'll take a
He's
listen
already
to what
got one.
He's got one, he said.
I'm a background miner, so
Okay,
there it is.
that works.
What? But what else? I mean, I know I get mining lore and I've done my skills, but
Let's find out together, because I don't know. Let's move this over so the screen holds all the words and transition. Bam. So let's
now
see.
I can't trust this app. This app I was looking to make my guys like it's all fucked up.
Well, that's fantastic. So I pulled up the wrong thing. I didn't pull up specifics.
Minor, you
Good
get
job.
2 ability boosts. One must be strength or wisdom, and one's a free ability boost. You get
Right,
trained in
so
the
I got
survival
wisdom
skill.
and I got charisma for my background.
You get
Nice.
trained in the survival skill
I got
and
it.
in the mining lore skill,
I got it.
and you gain the terrain expertise feat
I got that too. And I
with
typed
underground terrain. Yeah,
I typed it
Well,
in.
that's pretty
Yeah.
cool. So
yeah.
What's
what
that?
is terrain expertise do?
I typed it. Allow me to explain. I have a +1 circumstance bonus to survival checks in underground terrain.
Okay, that's pretty cool.
That is pretty cool.
Yeah, these characters are going to be amazing, Jay Brews. So you say this is really similar to Starfinder? Okay, that's cool. I haven't actually looked at Starfinder.
I know. I've been meaning to look at Starfinder and I haven't.
Well,
actually
Jay Bruce plays Starfinder on Thursdays. You can watch him play tomorrow on his
Super
Awesome.
plug.
That's good. So we keep dancing around a few things here. We're seeing stuff like being trained in a skill, and what that is actually pretty important to Pathfinder 2e. So back in the day, you had like random numbers that would go up all the time. You had no clue what they were. It was weird stats. Now everything is done by proficiency bonuses. So if you're untrained, you only get your attribute added to it. That's it. No other bonuses, no level, nothing. If you have training, you get to add your level plus 0. And then if the next level up is
I think it's 2 plus your level for trained, isn't it?
3 total.
Yeah, it's
Everything
3
my
total.
training's jumping up by 3.
Yep.
okay, so I am wrong. It is 2.
It's like that, then expert, I think.
Expert is the 4, and then
Yes.
Master is 6, and Legendary is 8. And that system is applied to everything. So kind of like how 5th edition added proficiency bonus to most things, Pathfinder 2e is doing the same thing. So it adds into your attacks, adds in your armor, adds in your saving throws, adds into
And
your
that's just
saves.
because the numbers in Pathfinder skyrocket a lot faster.
Yeah, I guess so. Yeah,
No,
so everything
I
is
wouldn't
scaling.
say they do. Yeah, I don't think they do scale up really fast. I think the proficiency is what's kind of holding that back compared to 5e. But you still do get skill points per level.
Yeah, it's because
Yeah, so you're gaining 1 every level where your proficiency 5e goes up 1 every 3 or something like that. So yeah, it's just where you're getting the numbers from is different.
And this will eventually let you buy into things like skill feats, which are going to be pretty nice later on when we talk about those. So in the meantime, so we got a miner who got some cool stuff there. Dustin, have you selected a background?
Well, yes, I have. I'm a gladiator. If you had to ask, I'm the greatest gladiator who ever lived. So naturally, my 2 ability boost, one has to go into strength. Strength is my best score.
I killed him again.
It's
And
every
the second
time.
one, naturally, my second one is going into charisma. You're gonna have charisma if you're gonna be a fighter. And so I got strength and charisma, and so I'm trained in performance because I'm the greatest fighter ever. And I happen to have this other thing that's gonna be super useful called gladiator lore. What the fuck is that ever gonna come up? But I have it.
I guess I'll have to roll it in somehow. It's gonna
So
happen.
I got gladiator lore, and then I gained the impressive performance feat.
And that's gonna be the best feat ever. I
What does that
promise.
do?
Right now. I don't
Wait
know.
now.
I haven't looked it up yet, but I
I
got it.
hope Iron Mike never watches our stream and comes to find Dustin
It just
and murder him in his
murders
house.
Yep.
Actually, I hope if he does it, we do it on stream. That'll be awesome.
Oh yeah.
I'm just saying. Like, quick, move your camera, Dustin. Move your camera.
He's like, I'm being murdered.
No, it'll be great.
We gotta get this. Is good
It'll be
stuff.
great because he just like lays down like, "Where are you?" Like, "I'm in Paris. Come get me, bitch!" And then he like goes to Paris, France.
Flies to France.
Goes to the wrong one.
Beautiful.
All right, I just pulled up the impressive performance feat. Let me bring
It gets
that
me
up.
that my defense is impregnable. My punches are like atomic bombs.
So if you are trained in performance, you get this thing. Your performances inspire admiration and win you fans. You can make an impression using performance instead of diplomacy. So making an impression is a thing that normally gets done with the diplomacy skill, and that's how you kind of create rapport with a group of people. So you can go out there and be a badass, and people are like, I want to hang out with Iron Mike.
No, it's Clashius.
Oh yeah, Clashius.
I couldn't be a Mike because Spicy Mike also refers to himself as Mike, and then there's Crazy Ike, and it was going to get real confusing.
We did discuss for.
I know, but
That's
people
true.
sometimes refer to us.
So true.
We discussed for a
almost-
short time of everyone being Mike.
Almost all went Mikes.
We for a while we thought about it.
I thought about changing my name
Yeah.
to Mike. You know?
Yeah,
Just
it's a
straight
good
up.
name. It's not
DM
bad.
Mike.
For all you Mikes out there, it's good.
Yeah.
It's a good name.
Power to you. Good
Solid.
one.
So
Solid name.
cycling away from the not Iron Mike, Clint, what is your character's background?
My character's background actually is a field medic.
Field medic.
Yeah.
All right, let's take a look at that one.
In the chaotic Russia battle, I've learned to rapidly adapt to changing conditions as I administer to battle casualties. I patched up my soldiers and guards and combatants and learned a fair amount about the logistics of war.
All
In
right.
So I get-
Russia?
In Russia, is that what you said?
in Soviet Russia, yeah.
You said it chaotic Russia.
I didn't hear that, but I wish I heard
I
it.
didn't hear that either. Yeah.
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 But
Two
okay.
ability boosts: Constitution
okay.
or Wisdom, and a free one. So I did.
Probably did wisdom in this case. 'cause
I
you
did
said you got rid
Wisdom.
of it.
That's what
Yeah.
got me back up to 0, to a no bonus, and then I did my Charisma.
Okay. Bringing that charisma
and then
up.
I get Medicine skill,
That's very nice.
and I get the
Warfare
Warfare,
lore.
lore skill,
All right, so you are a
and I
warrior.
get a pretty sweet one called Battle Medicine Feat.
Let's see if that just
The
brings
Battle
up.
Medicine Feat lets me
Nice.
patch up myself or an adjacent ally, even in combat. I can do a medicine check with the same DC as a treat wounds and
Oh.
restore a corresponding amount of hit points.
That's actually pretty sweet.
My
Because
cut man.
Yes. So in the middle of combat, I can do a treat wounds, and a treat wounds is actually pretty dang decent.
it is, yeah. Pathfinder 2E definitely made the heal skill actually useful.
Yes.
Because you can actually restore hit points.
Which is good.
We gotta
Which
get you
is
the little
quite good.
piece of metal that gets super cold. They put it on my cut.
Yes. And
I'll
a
just
bunch
have
of Vaseline.
salve.
So
I'll just
yeah.
rub a bunch of salve on your face.
Glitching Hour says, isn't one of you supposed to be, by law, skeezer?
Yeah, it's Tim.
It's true. There has to be one skeezer somewhere.
Tim's a skeezer technically. He doesn't know it yet, but
He doesn't know it yet.
They'll be revealed later in story.
Yeah, right.
All right, that's pretty sweet. I like that. That's good.
Yeah, so treat wounds, by the way, I mean, you didn't mention it. Treat wounds gives me a, if I succeed on a wound treatment, DC 15, the target regains 2d8 hit points in the middle of combat.
Man, that's actually really nice.
The the flaw to using that feat is I don't get rid of the wounded condition if they have that.
Okay.
So they're healed, but I don't remove the wounded part. But if we do it outside of combat, then I would remove the wounded condition.
Yeah, so Wounded is a new thing in Pathfinder 2e. So you may have played other Dungeons and Dragons, like 5th edition or old Pathfinder, and what usually happens in those games is you get in a fight, you get knocked down to 0 hit points or lower, you fall down, and then someone heals you and you get back up, and then you get knocked down, and then you get healed again, and you're totally fine, and then you get knocked down, and then you stand back up, and it's just ridiculous, right? It's
This is
just
the
like,
part where he shits all over 5e.
I said Pathfinder 1 too. So this is just a quality that occurs. In this, though, they've
Healing
introduced
is inefficient.
Wounded.
Just saying.
Remember that. Don't heal. Don't
Got
heal.
it.
Look,
Spicy
not
Mike
gonna
gets no
heal
heals.
Bowron's been saying this, but this is basically the anti-Bowron rule.
So in this one, what happens is you get a wounded condition when you get knocked down. And each time you get knocked down, you start with dying, basically. And each turn, you die a little bit more until you hit dying 4 and are dead. Now, what Wounded does is start you off at a higher number of dying when you go down. So Instead of starting at 1, if you have wounded 1, you start at 2. And so you have less turns to live. And if you get knocked down like for a 4th time in a single fight, you're just going to die. So it prevents some of that and actually creates a little bit of a dynamic of, if somebody's getting rocked quite a bit, you want to get them out of the fight.
So there won't be no Bower and Scar charts in Pathfinder 2.
There could be.
You just can't go down that many times before you're just dead.
Not in the
sound
same
like Clashius is ever going down anyway, so.
Yeah, I'm the greatest fighter in the world. I'm coming for your children. I'm going to eat your fucking children.
Oh my god. So that's a good one.
Those are all real Mike Tyson quotes too, by the way.
Eating the children. It's not funny, but it's hilarious.
Oh, so next up, that was who was it? That was Clint talking about his field medic. That's right.
Yeah.
So Cam, what is Spicy Mike's background? Have you had enough time?
I've had time to look.
Okay, good.
And I was between 2. I hadn't actually looked at backgrounds yet.
Naturally.
And Laborer seemed like the most logical.
Yeah. Okay.
Which would basically give you strength and con as a free ability, or one of strength or con as a boost. Mm-hmm. Basically, you've been a hard laborer your whole life, turn to adventuring.
Makes sense.
But again, a little bit vanilla. So I think he is a monk. We're gonna go with Martial Disciple. He's gonna have a part of his history in another life before, where he did study his martial art very, very thoroughly.
You know what's amazing about this is this thing says you went to a school, traditionalist monastery, an elite military academy, or the local branch of a prestigious mercenary organization.
Trade school. He learned how to fight in carpentry school. No, that's not true. Everything was 2x4s and throwing hammers. All right. Oh, man. But, so I can work that in. But the reason I really, really wanted this is because I don't know if you've ever seen, audience out there, if you've ever seen Aqua Teen Hunger Force, and if you've ever seen Carl in Aqua Teen Hunger Force. He's kind of this like portly, balding, like just forget about it kind of guy. Mm-hmm. And I really want that guy to have catfall and acrobatics with quick jump. And I think that because I've already decided later that he's going to have like the key dash or the key movement stuff. So he's actually going to be really fast too. And it's going to be completely unexpected. So that's that's what I really want is he just like nobody expects him to be really good at all of this.
So let's take a look at what catfall does. If it pulls up.
Yes, I actually don't know. I just saw the name. I was like, that sounds like a thing that Spicy Mike should be able to do.
So catfall apparently. Your cat-like aerial acrobatics allows you to cushion your falls.
Perfect.
Treat falls as 10 feet shorter. If you're an expert in acrobatics, you get to treat falls as 25 feet shorter. If you're a master in acrobatics, Spicy Mike, Carl, is going to be a master in acrobatics. Treat them as 50
think
foot
about
shorter.
It, all right? They're framing out a 3-story building. He's on the 3rd story. Whoops, slipped off the banister. All of a sudden, he falls to the ground. But you know what? He's okay. Landed on his feet, didn't break anything, he's good.
You know what's great about this is Clint's character, being a goblin that's used to being thrown down, takes half damage from falling, and now you've got lower damage from falling. That is going to be a combo somewhere in there.
All of our combats are going to take place on edges of cliffs.
We haven't got to it yet, but I have the lowest amount of damage from falling yet. You don't even want to know how little I fall. I don't fall at all.
I just don't fall.
He don't.
Wow, when you become legendary in acrobatics, you literally don't take fall damage.
See? That's going to be perfect.
That's
He's
amazing.
just going to start jumping off of stuff.
Be a dragoon with a T-square.
That's right.
Oh, this is so much trouble.
I want my bout for one fall. One fall. That's how my bouts go every time. Just one fall.
And it ain't from me.
So your quick jump is this
he's
here.
He's going to take Martial Disciple for his
Martial Disciple.
So essentially, you can high jump and long jump as a single action instead of 2 actions. So in Pathfinder 2e, by the way, the action economy is different. So this time around, instead of having all these like wacky things like full attacks, full rounds, bonus actions, all these are like random nonsense. Instead, now you have 3 action points.
Nonsense.
It is. It's way too much.
I enjoy the action point economy type systems. Like it's nice.
Yeah, you want to attack? That's an action point. You want to attack twice? Spend 2 to do it. You want to attack 3 times? Spend 3. You want to move? That's 1. You want to do an ability? That's 1.
It should be noted that you still have the cascade of difficulties on those extra attacks. So if you do spend extra AP for extra attacks, it still is like -5. Like,
oh yeah, you're +5,
-5, -10.
There's other things that adjust it, but I mean, you still have that cascading down.
Animal G says, so could he do like a Doom guy landing if he is legendary? Oh yeah,
absolutely,
for sure.
I don't hero landing, man.
What is that?
The Doom guy from Doom.
Is the new Doom multiplayer? Was there a thing I saw?
Yeah, there's like a PvP battle royale version. I think.
We almost need to Doom it up sometime. I know it just came out, so I don't know what PCs will run it, but that'd be fun too.
That is an option.
Doom Night.
I'll have to consider that for video game nights. Those are good nights. So we are on Tim now. Tim, have you had a chance to think of your background?
I have, and the thing I just noticed is that the list I'm looking at, I believe this is including a additional book, the Pathfinder 2nd Edition Lost Omens World Guide, because the one I had looked at was Secular Medic, because that seemed to fit perfectly into what I wanted to be.
Secular Medic.
Yeah, you've thrown yourself into the study of medicine so you can save lives without saving souls. Ability boosts are wisdom and dexterity.
Nice.
1 free ability
you specifically don't want to do that.
Save your life. I won't save your soul.
You're trained in the medicine skill and the anatomy lore skill. You gain the battle medicine skill feat, is what this says.
His hands are so smooth, he heals you without touching your soul.
Without touching your soul. Beautiful.
It is,
I love
apparently,
you, but my God does not.
that is not from the core rulebook. I just noticed, though, it does say the source is the Pathfinder Lost Omens World Guide 2nd
That's okay.
Edition.
We can do that.
Yeah, so you'll have the same feat that I get.
Yeah, I did notice the battle medicine that when you give it to somebody, the target is then temporarily immune to your battle medicine for 1 day. But
Right.
if it's your battle medicine, I don't think that means my battle medicine.
Yeah, unlike the earlier question where it was, are you an anybody? In this case, yours is very specific. So yeah, that is a good way around it. So we got a cleric who could potentially heal, and we got 2 battle medics. This is
And
the
a
most
bunch of
healing
people
we've
that
ever
cannot
had.
die from falling.
That's true.
I'm a cleric.
That's what I said.
He said 2 clerics.
the cleric.
We got a cleric, and we got battle medicines.
Yeah.
That's the most healing
no.
we've ever had.
So so Tim's not a cleric.
No, we didn't get to class yet.
Oh.
We don't know what Tim is.
We haven't talked about what a few people have let it slip.
It's a mystery.
A few of you have let it slip, but most of us have not revealed our classes yet.
That's correct. There are some secrets still.
Dark secrets.
Which is the next thing we're getting into, folks. Classes.
Oh man.
All right. So first up, we got Levi. Levi, what class are you?
I'm a cleric.
The McCleric?
Did he say I'm a cleric?
I think he did say the
I
McCleric.
said
He
I'm a
totally said
I'm a
Canon.
He's doing
I'm a
cleric.
cleric. I'm not a McCleric.
he's a McCleric.
I heard
Get
it.
a cleric on the
I
dollar
heard
menu.
I heard it.
I'm a wild McCleric.
Yes.
All those wily McClerics.
I gotta put it on my sheet now.
Now I
Yep.
officially want his cleric to wear a kilt like Levi does.
Ooh, I'll wear it for the stream.
Of course.
We can totally see it.
Jump really high. Like, oh.
Don't jump.
Don't jump. That would be terrible.
Don't, yeah, please
Terms
don't
of
jump.
service.
Don't do that.
And there goes our strikes.
It's
That's it.
canon.
Bye, Twitch. It was nice knowing you.
Yeah. All it took was 1 dick pic.
Once, that'll do it. That'll do
Shut
it.
us down.
So as a cleric, Levi is picking up a bonus to wisdom, which makes sense because clerics use wisdom. And he gets 8 additional hit points plus his constitution modifier bonus added in there. So that adds in some more hit points. He gets some proficiencies as well. So when you select your class, you get a bucket of random proficiencies. So this is how we determine what you're able to do. And as a cleric, he is going to start off with a short list, and then he picks a subtype of cleric to get more stuff. And the first things he's getting are... He's untrained anything not listed on the list. He gets Perception, which Perception now is its own separate thing from all the rest of the skills.
Saw that. They set it to the side over by... It's its own category underneath, like, conditions.
Mm-hmm. And it is frequently used for initiative now.
Right.
However, it is not always initiative. Sometimes situations come up, like if you're at like a weird social situation where you're like tricking somebody into not paying attention, like say a Spicy Mike doing a "Hey, look over there," right? If you start,
forget about it.
So if you start combat that way, it could be diplomacy as initiative.
Oh, I like that.
Or if you're sneaking around as a rogue and you want to assassinate somebody, it could be your stealth as your initiative.
Like
so depending on the circumstance, if you're out in the wilderness and you're camping and stuff like that, it'll be survival. So there's different things that can
Mike.
come up.
Erlaser, she highlighted something she needs you to say.
Hey, I'm walking here. Forget about it. God.
Oh,
Come on. Slams the hood of the car. Come on. Wait, you got a problem? You got a problem?
Of the ox.
Do we have a problem here? No, we don't got a problem. Everything's fine. Bah! He's gonna sucker punch so many people in this game.
Not horses.
He's gonna sucker punch people a lot. It's gonna be great.
Oh, this is so good.
It's gonna be like Mongo in Blade.
So many bar fights.
Yep.
So many bar fights.
Yeah, a card just shows up because you're Spicy Mike. That's right,
Yes.
MLG.
I have a cantrip called Summon Card just so I can slam on it.
It's only for the social thing. It disappears immediately afterwards.
Fucking yeah. Or it could just be in his imagination, like Morgan Freeman is.
Yes.
But Spicy Mike did not summon a car.
Oh shit!
Forget about it.
Forget about it,
I'm not
homies.
gonna be able to do anything in this game.
Nope, not a single thing will
It's gonna
happen.
be stupid giggling the entire time.
Jim's like, this game's gonna take like 6 sessions. We'll get to level 4 by then.
Oh, yeah.
3 years. You guys, we're here for
Six is
game
saying a lot.
52.
We'll
There's
maybe
4
get
level
2 and oh,
Yeah. It's going to be a lot of roleplay. It's going to be fun. Your saving throws, Levi, you are trained in Fortitude and Reflex, and you are an expert in Willpower. So on the character sheet...
trained in Fortitude. I thought I was... Okay, I'm trained in Fortitude, and I'm trained in Reflex.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
So, man, where do you put that in? Oh, there it is. Okay, so you would put,
found
like,
it.
untrained to trained, and your Willpower gets to be expert.
Oh, aye.
Oh, you're
an expert.
Very nice.
very, very nice.
It's gonna be a lot of laughing. It's gonna be good.
Fantastic.
It's gonna be fun though.
Yeah, it's going to be a lot of that. It's going to be about 70% of the stream is going to be us laughing at each other, and
So good.
I'll be like,
Poor Jeff.
Yeah.
It's got to make some interesting NPCs.
It's gonna be so good.
It's going to be fun. So in addition
So
to
far,
those
I don't have a
saving
good track record anytime Dustin opens his mouth.
throws- Nope. It's
It's not
gonna
going
take a
well. It's not going well at all.
So, Levi, you get trained in religion. You get trained in one skill determined by your choice of deity, which
Got
we'll
it.
talk about here. You're trained in a number of additional skills equal to 2 plus your intelligence modifier.
Oh, so that's... I have to go back and change a lot. So I only have 2. So I got religion and I got survival already with my background.
Mm-hmm.
And I was going to take medicine.
Okay. It's a good choice. A strong choice. Now, deities we'll have to get into at some point here. You wanted it to be a mystery, right? As to who you're worshipping? Or do
Right,
you
I
think
don't-
you're worshipping somebody specific, but dark secrets not.
Secrets.
Secrets.
My perception is, and you'll see it when you go through the lengthy backstory, but part of my religion is a grand scale hide and seek game with my deity.
Okay.
because whatever it is, it lies beyond what I know. So I have to follow everything. If there's darkness, you just go. If there's a button, you press it. If there's a door, you kick it open. Every time.
I think we know who made this character. All right. So in Pathfinder, they have their own pantheon. There are some options we can select in here if you want just to assume something until we get there. What would be a good stand-in for that? There's a lot of different interesting ones here. So we got just kind of as a list of things, not necessarily the ones you'll select, but Abadar is lawful neutral. He's the master of the first vault, holds sway over cities, the law, merchants, and wealth.
Jump to the chaotic one that's tied to madness or chaos.
Oh, that sounds right.
And that's where you want to go.
Let's see, which one is that? That is not that one. It's not
Madness,
that one, not
chaos, tricks, games, gambles.
Oh
that one.
my.
Let's see,
Insanity.
we've got... Which one is that? Do you remember?
I don't want to necessarily get really into the weeds about gods right now. I don't want to bog everybody down. So
Fair dues. So what that will do for you, though, is it will give you a domain ability, and that will become important. It'll
What did you say you
pick
wanted
a
it to be?
skill.
You want it to be darkness or what? What'd you say?
Chaos.
Chaos. Would you want to be like mischievous?
possibly.
Okay. Well,
Curious.
there's one from it. There's Callistria, which is a mischievous god.
Well, I would say I would actually
Very
like to
passionate.
leave this choice in Jeff's hands. So I don't know, and that's part of it.
That's right.
Okay.
So,
So
then
it is
you
a
could
secret.
just choose for me and just tell me what I would take because of it.
Mhm.
And even I don't even care if I don't know my domain power yet.
I think that it should just be like 2 or 3 gods that just take turns messing with him. Like, it's not even one. It's like
That is pretty
To all
fun.
be vying for him as a disciple.
nah, they just take turns. He's like community chest of clerics.
He does.
All using.
Animal
So,
G says you sound like Toleg, except you
does.
can actually tell what you're saying.
So here's an option we have, Levi. We can just pick a domain off this list on page 441.
Perfect.
And
Is
then
that in the compendium?
let's find out together. Domain. Rules,
no.
domains.
See
Yes.
rules. Oh, that I'll just look at that and be reading, and then you can go about with whatever.
Sounds good. So what that's going to give you is some other things to go with your cleric. We'll come back to your cleric in a minute, and when you figure that one out.
Got it.
And so in the meantime, let's go to Dustin. Dustin, what class are you?
Well, basically, I was going to be a barbarian. But barbarians, they didn't do anything I wanted them to do. So then I was like, well, clearly, I'm the greatest fighter who ever lived. So when I took a look at Fido, and they were like, you gotta have weapons and a shield. And I'm like, well, I'm a boxer. I'm a fighter. So what I did was, I went and I took a look at Rogue, and I'm a Rogue of the Ruffian Racket.
He's a
I'm a
wogue.
I'm a Ruffian Racket Rogue.
He's a
in-
Ruffian wogue.
Oh, good lord.
They use their strength, and I have all the strength. Punch people in the face, and I get surprise attacks on the first round.
That's
That's
Yeah, that's
nice.
pretty cool. So what he's talking about there is when you select a rogue, you got a choice of your racket. And there are 3 choices. There's ruffian, there's scoundrel, and there's thief. And he's picking ruffian, which are like your bruisers, basically your highway bandits, your enforcers of the organized crime world. So assholes, basically. It's going to be perfect. So, yeah, he gets to do some things that normal rogues don't get to do. Like, he can do sneak damage with simple weapons in addition to the normal weapons that could be used.
And I
So
get
he
better
gets to-
armor than a rogue. I get to wear medium armor.
And I believe when you critically succeed in an attack while using one of those weapons and your opponent's flat-footed, you also get use of a critical specialization. So
That's right.
weapons now have these things called critical specializations, and if you have a feat or an ability that lets you access them, you get some extra cool stuff that happens when you crit with weapons, based on the type of weapon it is.
all my punches are critical. Put you right into the critical kale. That's critical.
That's so good. So yeah. So he's gonna get some things as a rogue. He gets some basic stuff, like he gets trained in fortitude. He's an expert in reflex and will. He's trained in stealth. He's trained in one more skill determined by his racket. In this case, I believe that is intimidation. Yep. And then he gets trained in. He gets trained in 7 more skills plus his intelligence.
I have all the skills, all of them. All of them.
Oh man.
I did 7 skills, and there's like 7 that I don't have. So I got all the skills, all of them. You want diplomacy? I got your diplomacy. You want some?
He is gonna die in this campaign. His character will be fine, but he'll die. Oh man. Yeah, cry laughing all the way home.
I'm not gonna make it.
Nope. Not even a chance. So
wait till I tell you what feat I took for level 1.
What did you take as your feat for level 1?
Well, it was a tough decision. So I wanted to take nimble dodge because my defenses are impregnable, but I couldn't take nimble dodge because it's only a +2 and it doesn't scale. So I took the one called You're Next. Well, after I down a person, I look at the next person and I tell them that they're next.
You know what's great is you can do that without a skill.
I know, but that's what actually demoralizes them when they do it. When I tell them you're next, they know I mean it for real.
Yeah, it's pretty cool. You got a reaction. You spend it when you reduce an enemy to 0 hit points, and it allows you to make an intimidation check with a +2 bonus. Yeah, cry laughing the whole time. Yeah. And demoralize is actually a pretty sizable debuff, so that's pretty good. And the other nice thing about Rogue is you're going to get a crazy number of skill feats as you go up. So everyone gets skill feats, but you get them a lot faster than the average bear. So that'll be pretty sweet.
Average bear.
And one thing we haven't said about skills, because I looked them up, they do a lot of cool crap in this game versus what you think is skills in most D&D or old Pathfinder even. Like, they're way more useful. So I'm excited about all the cool things I'm going to be able to do.
I like how he almost slipped back into the voice as he said that.
I do. I can do all of them.
Yeah, it's going to be good. I am actually really looking forward to how the skills play out. They are actually rather nice.
My athletics feat. I have an athletics feat. I'm a Titan Wrestler.
Oh, Titan Wrestler.
I was the Titans. I can do wrestling maneuvers to things one size category bigger than me.
So, good thing there ain't nobody bigger than you, right?
Up to huge.
You're the champ.
I think up to huge. If you're huge,
You're the champ.
I can push you around if you're huge.
I'm gonna start watching a bunch of Don King videos and just pull out a Don King voice instead of
Just
mine.
every once in a while.
You gotta be like, only in America.
Hype man.
Only in
He is
America.
the most splendiferous fighter that has ever existed.
Someone's gotta be my hype man.
Yeah.
Oh my god. Yeah, so that's going to be good. So wrestling and intimidating and amazing. Well, Westland moves.
And amazing. Don't forget about the amazing.
Amazing Westland moves. So Clint, what class is Clint?
So, Lug's a ranger.
Once again, this is the wrong character that I just brought up. Let's see.
Yeah.
Lug. Bam.
That's Diggbungle.
Wrestling.
Yeah.
He is a ranger. Beautiful.
Yeah, I'm a ranger.
Nice. And what type of ranger are you going to be?
I'm the kind that like goes in the woods.
Oh.
That's great.
Is there another kind of ranger?
I
That
don't
was
know
nice.
what he's asking. I mean, it's a ranger. What do you expect a ranger to be? Like, he ranges.
Yeah, I mean, you could be a lone ranger.
Be a lone ranger.
So,
But
rangers
at least
get
Lone
an
Ranger
ability.
has Tonto, so he's not really alone.
Yeah, it's a really bad name, really.
Yeah.
So the ranger gets an ability called Hunt Prey, which allows you to designate a single target as your prey, and you get to focus on that. So it's a little different than the old school ranger.
Yeah, no longer do you have a preferred, like, enemy. now essentially I can target one person and call them out. Essentially, like they're the guy that I'm locked onto. That's the guy I want to find or kill. So yeah, hunt prey gives me a bonus to perception checks when I'm seeking my prey.
Oh shit! The Grouch Couch coming in with 17.
Couch.
Thank
Bring
you.
what we're doing
Love
here,
it.
Jeff.
Yeah,
Thanks,
we are
Grouch
kicking some
Couch.
ass. Much appreciated. We are doing Pathfinder 2e character creation right now. And we're going through, we've selected our ancestries, we've selected our backgrounds, we've talked a bit about our concepts, and we've already come up with some wacky voices.
So
and now we're
many
rolling
voices.
into classes. So
We're
far,
coming in at not even game 0. It's like game -1.
-1. Love seeing y'all. So Levi, just real quick for the newcomers here, what did you say you are?
I'm a wild cleric.
A wild cleric. That's
Ooh,
right.
boy.
No,
so-
I'm a wild McCleric.
McCleric.
Yeah, there you
Wild
go.
McCleric.
That's right. Where did that sheet go? I was trying to find your picture, but I forgot to pull it up. Never mind. So we got a wild cleric, which we're going to allow interaction from the chat. So you're going to be able to create
Wild
all kinds of
McCleric.
shenanigans.
Oh boy.
Hey, thanks for the happy birthday wish there, Poison Ivy. Much appreciated. Yeah, that's nice.
Hey, what's up, Poison Ivy?
Hello,
Pika,
Poison Ivy Pika.
not Pika, as I figured out.
Pika, the eating disorder.
That's what I thought when I first saw it. I was like, does this person eat poison ivy? Because that's not healthy. Don't do it.
Poison Ivy Pika. That's a whole other kind of Pika.
But it's Pika. We don't want to troll the name. It's Pika.
Yep.
So it was my mistake.
Ratchet's Rachel, yeah, there are multiple men in this group. It's interesting.
Yeah, we're really aware
Yeah.
of how not diverse we are.
Yeah, I know. We are
We have a
very
very similar tone of skin.
Yes.
Bad. Dustin's
are
using
aware
a
that we are
darkening
not
filter
versatile.
there just to make it look like he's something else, but he's
a
not.
little bit.
Yeah, so speaking of Dustin, what is your character again?
Well, basically, I'm the greatest fighter who ever lived. I'm a Ruffian Rogue,
And I'm a half-orc.
I'm a half-orc, and I'm gonna punch people in the fucking face.
Levi's gonna die. He's gonna
Oh my
die.
god, collecting bricks actually complimented my beard tonight. I mean, maybe
That's
because nobody else
there's no
has
other
one.
beards.
Oh, I'm
the
starting to
beards
get
I'll
are
take
a
gone.
it. I'll take it. Oh, so good. So yeah,
Dustin's hurting my brain with his voice.
I don't even know if he said what he was because I was laughing so hard.
I'm a Ruffian Rogue. I'm a half-orc. I got ferocity, a lot of ferocity, and a lot of things that make Levi die when I talk.
We're never going to make it through this campaign.
It'll become normal soon. Don't worry. It'll all be normal.
Nope.
No, it won't.
No, probably
Not a
not.
bit. So that's
Never
Dustin.
not normal.
We're okay. We're okay. We're okay.
Clint is telling us about his character, which is the character image you're seeing on the screen right now. So, Clint, what are you again?
Yeah, Lug Rashbucket is he's a Goblin Ranger, and we were just going through what rangers get and what kind of ranger I was, and
The kind that goes in the woods.
I was a
Yes.
wood kind of ranger, like one that ranges. but to be more specific, so you choose your hunted prey, right? We talked about that. When you activate your hunt prey, you get an edge, and this is where you can kind of choose what kind of hunter you want to be. So I chose Flurry.
Flurry. He
Flurry,
basically
that's
is like a
underneath.
Dairy Queen thing where he turns upside down and you
I just
scream at him.
like doesn't
what?
fall.
Why do you guys do that? It's lame.
Basically, what Flurry does is it reduces my multi-attack penalties to a -2 on my second attack and a -4 with my third attack instead of a -3 and a -10. So I'm a multi-attacking fool
Yeah, it's pretty impressive.
with
'cause
my dog slicers.
dog slicers.
Dog slicers.
Yeah, so
And
that
I'm
is
going
a
to
pretty
rename
big
that
bonus.
ability the McFlurry.
The McFlurry.
McFlurry.
We'll take. I accept it. That's a good one. In addition to that, you've got to choose a ranger feat for level 1. So
I do.
What did you take?
I chose. I didn't write it on my sheet yet. That's funny.
Grudgecatch, we appreciate you too. I've got an ice cream
do.
cake still unfinished. I've eaten 3/4 of it so far. Nobody else in the house can eat it, so it's all mine. It's a Reese's peanut butter cup ice cream cake.
Ooh, nice.
I
So
ate too much the other
my
day.
level one feat for Ranger, I took Twin Takedown.
Twin takedown.
As a single action, I can attack my hunted prey with both weapons. I make 2 strikes against my hunted prey, one with each of the required weapons. If both hit the same hunted prey, I combine their damages for the purposes of its resistance and weaknesses. So for
Nice.
DR, I basically combine the damage under one attack. I still apply my multi-attack penalty to each strike, but it's only a 1-round action, so I get or 1 action, so I can get 2 attacks with that action, and then technically a 3rd and a 4th in 1 round.
One thing you'll note on these abilities, Twin Takedown has a tag under it, and a lot of these abilities have these tags. This one's called Flourish, and what Flourish says is it has to be... you can only use it once per turn, basically.
Right.
Because it exerts you. So it's pretty cool. Pathfinder 2e's got a bunch of these tags that have little meanings that help you determine what you can do in combination. So you do want to pay attention to that as you're building your characters. Make sure you're not conflicting. So excellent. So twin takedowns. We got ourselves multi-slicing. You're gonna be nasty.
Multi-slicing.
This is a
With
quick
my
character.
dog slices. Yeah.
Nasty.
I'm just
nasty.
aggressive.
He very
I'll be
aggressive.
like biting him also and stuff. Cause yeah, fuck him.
I
That's
love
way
it.
better than what I thought Twin Takedown did. I really thought you were going to be taking down twins. And I'm like, how often are we going to find twins? But
It's true. It's a very specific skill.
It's oddly
Very
specific, yeah. Oh my.
Wait, guys. This is the situation I've been waiting all game for. Hold on.
It's my time to shine.
I
It's
got
finally
these two.
happened.
Oh, damn. The entire session. This is me.
You know what's interesting? I'm trying to find all your guys' character sheets. There's one of them I can't find. Where did I... Diggbungle. Get out there. Where did you
Get
go?
out there.
Nope, that's not what I meant to do. Delete it.
Delete it.
Dig that
Deleted.
bungle.
Get out there. All
The
right.
dick bunghole. Is that what you said?
By the way,
Whoa,
if you...
whoa.
I did not
I was
say
waiting
that.
for that too. I was waiting for that.
Is that what it said?
This is
No, dig bungle.
this here
Isn't
is
that what you just said?
this here is
No,
the Diggbungle.
I said dig bungle.
That's who we're referencing.
Oh,
That's the
there he
one.
is.
Yep.
There he is.
Excellent. So we are
That's the
done
one.
with Levi, Dustin, Clint. So it is on to Cam.
Yes.
Do you have a picture for Spicy Mike?
I don't have a picture for Spicy Mike yet. It's got to be perfect, so I got to figure it
Slacker.
out first. So I will get you one. I had a picture of a guy, but apparently the guy is real and he's in some actual serious trouble, so we don't want to put him to sleep.
That's all you have to do.
That
Is
was
just
a
like
great
go
image. It was
online and get a
amazing.
picture of somebody that's like a
No,
shitty
that's-
bouncer from
That's,
like.
that's
New York.
actually what I did. The problem is the picture we found it is a guy who's actually in legal trouble, so I don't want to put his picture up here on our stream.
He's like a legit, like,
He's
horrible
like a
person.
legit criminal who's, yeah, we're not going to do that. Anyway, Spicy Mike. He's a monk. He has
Animal
trained.
GC and just use Vince from the slap chop.
That's actually pretty good.
But that's
You
not
can
his
run
body
around
type
saying,
at
"You're gonna
all.
love my nuts."
You go. You're gonna love my nuts. Anyway.
A monk.
Spicy Mike he's a monk. He's not gonna be one of them casty monks. He's gonna be more one of them punchy slicey monks. So he's
Punchy,
gonna
slicey.
he's gonna be a punchy
Slicey.
slicey monk. So
Not
he's
gonna
gonna
be a
use his
casty
key,
monk.
but he ain't gonna be like woobly boobly. He's just gonna be like smacking people and cutting them up. So
Oh shit.
Oh, this game
Yes.
is stupid.
Oh man.
okay. So
Well,
So-
yes.
I even pulled back. I was like, I could do a really stupid voice, but I'm like, nah, pull it back. Let's try and take. just give-
Let everybody else do the
Let-
stupid
you know,
voice.
Let's try and give this an honest go.
Everyone's just like, and
Here comes Clashius Clay.
As little as it might seem that I'm taking it serious, I'm actually gonna play Spicy Mike pretty serious, so don't worry about it. He's just gonna be a funny guy, all right?
He's a wise guy. So
Anyway,
you
he's
are
a
a
wise
monk.
guy. I'm walking here. Forget about it.
Oh my.
Okay, so yes, so I get a feat for first level, which I believe I'm gonna take Key Strike. So when
Strike.
he does just like sucker punch somebody out of nowhere, he's gonna be able to just blast them.
He's got
And,
a key in his knuckles, see?
He's got key in his knuckles,
Yeah.
and sometimes in his T-square. You never know. When you got to measure something up, it's being a little, finicky. It ain't working like you want. You just got to slam it in there.
So you're not taking monastic weaponry?
I am, but I think I might do that the next one I get.
So you're not going to start with a T-square?
Actually, I kind of have to. No, you're right. You're right.
man.
I have to.
I
Key
was
Strike will have to be my
surprised.
second one. So yeah, I'm going to have to take monastic weaponry. I think you're right. Because I have to start with T-square. That's super important.
Yep. Ratchet's Rachel is saying that they're new to the game. We are playing Pathfinder 2e. You're talking about
Yes.
5th edition, it sounds like, with the Dragonborn. I don't even think there are Dragonborn in Pathfinder.
I don't know.
No, they're not on the. They're not
Not-
currently
not
on the
yet.
list.
Yeah, so
Very cool,
Give
though.
it time, they will.
But if
Oh,
you
I'm
like,
sure they will,
if
yeah.
you like Dragonborn and 5e, come back on Saturday.
That's right.
yeah.
We'll be playing then.
Kodo.
Everstorm time.
deep voice. Also, stream. Is it super weird not to hear the Kodo voice coming out of Clint?
All right, for everybody else, they're used to like the deep voice and now.
Yep, that's what they hear all the time. So yeah, he
People that have
was.
only heard Koto, like
Yeah.
only.
Yep. Anywho, so we will take him monastic weaponry, so that way he can use T-square that splits into commas. So we will be doing that first.
Yeah, so what that's going to
he
let
does
you do
get,
is have training
go
with
ahead.
traditional weaponry of your monastery or school. You gain access to uncommon weapons that have the monk trait, and become trained in simple and martial monk weapons. When your proficiency rank in your unarmed attacks increases, this will increase as well. And you can use your melee monk weapons with any of your monk feats or monk abilities that normally require unarmed attacks, unless they are a style version one. So like a crane stance or dragon stance or something.
Right.
Then you can't. But that is pretty good.
Yep, so we're going to do that. He gets Flurry of Blows as well, which again he's going to be able to use, but will be probably a little more.
You sure it's not
useful.
Flurry of Bros?
He might have a Flurry of Blows too. You never know. Depends on how many bros try to mess with him. I'm saying. So yeah, he will have
Feely. I
Flurry
think
of
feel
Blows as
Feely
well
from
for
heels.
his sucker punching abilities. He's got powerful fists. So his fists will be D6 instead of D4.
Those fists are gone, but not forgotten.
They'll come back.
They'll make an appearance.
They're
He
going to
does not
show
take
up for a
penalty
dusting
making
someday.
other attacks and stuff, so it's going to be fun. He's going to have a lot of fun stuff happen as he levels up, so
Excellent. So that's going to be fun.
it's going to
And
be
I am really curious what Tim's going to play because I don't actually know this one.
Yeah.
Tim,
All right.
you may be doing the one I think you're going to do, but let's hear
He's
it.
doing something that's got the smoothest hands.
So
Playing
smooth.
a sorcerer.
A sorcerer.
Oh.
But don't worry,
That
I
is
think I know what's going to happen here because sorcerers are different now.
Okay.
They have some things that are going to probably play into the Timmy wheelhouse here in a moment. I have a feeling. So
Ever healer.
That's right.
that
We just, had
transition.
we just had a session 0 plot twist. Figure that out.
Plot twist. Yes.
So
Smoothest hands of a sorcerer.
let's pull up the old sorcerer there in my book while you guys
Man.
are looking out on the screen.
Timmy, you
Jeff
look
hasn't
good.
started
I'm
drinking.
just saying.
Bill now.
Spicy
Every
Mike
Wednesday.
likes it, you know.
Give amazing backgrounds, man. But really, as a halfling, my main idea is
You
getting
better
under
get
my
a new
feet.
picture before Spicy Mike starts getting too excited.
All right, so Timmy, let's talk about your sorcerer here. So sorcerers have something called bloodlines. So it is a
Yes.
type of thing that you have in your blood, something that's like your origin. Maybe some of them are like demon or devil. Some of them are undead. Maybe you have an old wizard in your lineage. But what does Timmy have?
Angelic.
All right, so
sorcerer.
unlike normal sorcerers in other games where they're always arcane, your choice of your bloodline actually chooses your spell list. And in this case, he has all the sorcerer rules except for he has the cleric style spells. So he has the divine spellcasting
list.
Yep.
So he's the not a cleric.
He is the not a cleric. He is a clothy, basically.
I am a Dr. Sorcerer.
Dr. Sorcerer.
That should be the name of the character. Dr. Sorcerer Smoothhands.
Oh, man.
I'm here to operate.
So with his bloodline as Angelic, he gets some stuff. Let me find it.
Do you get wings?
Eventually.
Potentially, yeah.
Potentially.
So here's a list
Eventually,
of stuff that they
potentially.
get on the screen here. I'll kind of scroll every once in a while. So as an Angelic, one of your forebears hailed from a celestial realm, or your ancestors' devotion led them to lineage. Which one are you going with on that, by the way? Is it
Or
just
somebody that he was
very
related
secular.
to played the perfect song and seduced an angel.
Mine is definitely going to be more the first half of it, the forebears hail
Hey,
from the
thanks for the
celestial
follow
realm.
there. Much
Oh,
appreciated.
thanks for the follow, Rachel.
Is-
I'm sorry, I'm saying it wrong.
He's
I'm
gonna do
wrong.
a
Ratchet, Rachel.
costume? What? No.
You got a costume?
God, I need a beard then. Oh.
Doing great, Joker. Good to see you, buddy.
Hey, Joker.
Wow, boxing robe and gauntlets. Seriously?
If he does boxing gloves, I'm getting a beard.
my character's weapons are the gauntlets, just the spike gauntlets from the list. That's all he has.
Nice.
No ratch est. Okay, not ratchest. I have no idea.
Hatchet?
These things are the same. I'm confused. Okay, the ratchest.
Like
So anyway.
Rachel. So it's Rachest.
She's the righteous.
Yeah.
The rachest of the Rachels.
The Rachel.
Right.
Okay. Got
Right.
it. Got it. That makes total sense now.
I'm
Don't
with
worry,
ratchets.
all of us understand except for Jeff. We get it. You're good.
Oh shit. So Timmy Small's here. He gets the divine spell list. He gets diplomacy and
DMC.
religion as freebie skills.
The Steam Factory.
OMG TMC.
He gets granted spells. So
Pump.
Not usually the big Papa Pump one, no.
Run,
hey,
TMC.
April Fools, huh? Oh no! Wow.
Tune in next week to find out our real character. Sorry.
Yep, that's right.
Oh no! Right, they'll all be
Womp womp.
like, this is all bullshit.
This
anyway.
is all fake. All
Oh
of it.
wow! So that was in reference to Joker saying he just did his April Foolsception. He ran a Vampire the Masquerade game. The PCs were watching a movie, and the movie was the actual campaign.
Dun, dun, dun.
Well played,
That's
Joker.
pretty good. Well,
Nice.
that's nice. So the Smoothhands, Jasper Smoothhands, also gets granted spells. So normally sorcerers have a selection of a few spells they get to pick at each level, and that is the case with this as well. Interesting, they streamlined it down to where the number of spells you can cast is also how many of that spell you have.
All right.
So and you can swap them out as you level up.
That's easier.
And then in addition, you also get these as you hit these levels. So at level 1, you get a cantrip of light. First level, you get heal. Second level, you get spiritual weapon. Third level, searing light. Fourth level is divine wrath. Fifth is flame strike, and we're not going to get this high, so it doesn't matter.
Yeah.
Then there are bloodline spells, and these are extra things. So there's something called focus points, and you can get them back after spending like 10 minutes of rest. But you can spend it to do these special things. So if he gets the bloodline spell, he can pick up Angelic Halo, and I think it takes a feat to get that. And then there's an advanced
The
version.
first one you might get automatically, but I think unless I was reading this wrong, there's advanced bloodline and greater bloodline.
Yeah, I think I've seen them as actual feats somewhere down the line, but we'll look at that more in detail later on. So you don't normally get these, but you'll get Angelic Halo, Angelic Wings, and Celestial Brand if you level into those. But you do get this blood magic thing. So an angelic aura protects you or one target, granting a +1 status bonus to saving throws for 1 round. So that's what you can spend your focus point to do, is give somebody a bonus to their saving throws, which is pretty nice. Yeah, so that's pretty cool. Was there anything else we had to select? You had a level 1 feat, right?
Did not say I did. It said I got a level 1. I get ancestry and background, initial proficiencies, bloodline, sorcerer spellcasting, and spell repertoire. According to this, I don't get a skill feat or a sorcerer feat until level 2.
You get a first level, I think. But let me double check. It seems hard to believe that you wouldn't get an option to take a feat in the first level. That seems very unlike all the rest of the bloodlines and stuff. But maybe
Well, I think I get my angelic halo.
Huh.
I don't think I need to...
I think your class may be just a little strange compared to all the rest of them. Which is, par for the course with the sorcerer. So you get a lot of random variety in there, which will be cool. Have you put any thought into what spells you're going to pick?
I'm still trying to differentiate the lists because the spell list on the D20 page has all the cantrips and first levels is all the first levels. So I'm still figuring out what's cantrips and what are first levels. Obviously, heal. And leaning towards something like maybe potentially Sanctuary. As a halfling with not a lot of HP, this will probably not be a Pathfinder campaign in which I make use of Spirit Link, though it was fucking incredible in our last Pathfinder campaign.
Yeah, it sure was. It was a
Yeah, Spirit Link is a spell now, but that was what was giving all you guys fast healing as I was taking damage last Pathfinder campaign.
I got it.
So there are the divine spells for you there, Timmy. Actually, you will find that I have unlocked the compendium for all of you as players. So if you go into that little eye, you can access all kinds of stuff in there. It's going to be pretty nice. So in this list, you got your cantrips there. And cantrips are actually done differently in this edition. So similar to how 5th Ed has their scaling cantrips, Pathfinder is doing that as well. So all of your cantrips are your maximum level spell that you can cast, which happens to be half your level rounded up. So pretty sweet. So these things like Chill Touch, Daze, Detect Magic, all that stuff, if there is an ability that scales up with it, it will automatically rank up.
Except, I know Sorcerer is different because we do the spontaneous castings. Like one of the few things I've learned is we can't do the heightened casting.
Yeah, you'll
Like
have to
other
learn
classes
an
can?
additional version. So what he's talking about is normally you can have these spells like Heal is an example of one as a first level spell. And as you're leveling up, you're going to unlock higher level spells. And you can upcast them. So you can use like a second level spell slot or like a third, and you'll get more effect. With the sorcerer, he has to learn different versions of those spells. So if he wants an upcasted version of Heal, at say like the third level spell slot, he'll have to actually learn Heal again as a third level spell slot. But there are ways around it, and I think it's your signature spell or one
Yeah, I believe it's the signature spell.
Allows you to get around that to where you can pick a spell that automatically gives you all of the ranks.
Oh, and yeah, Pan, the reason I don't get I just read the Bloodline thing again, because I don't get a feat, it's because I get my very first Bloodline spell, that Halo, at level 1.
Okay, so that's why it's a little weird. So, man, we got a lot of chat going on.
And I think the Bloodline magic activates when I use that Bloodline focus spell, the way if I'm reading it right.
Yeah, I think that's
Or a
sounds about
Bloodline
right.
using a spell slot. Either or, actually.
Yeah, we are doing some good stuff in this chat. I'm loving seeing how much is going on over there. I'm trying to catch up with it.
We're trying to keep up with it here for you. I know you got a lot on your plate there.
You sure do.
DM.
Much
Worry
appreciated.
about
I'm
it,
gonna get
Jeff.
crazy. I'm gonna plug now because it's midnight, so why not?
Oh, shit, we're almost there,
Tomorrow,
huh? Yeah, go ahead.
tomorrow, from 6 to 8, I'm running DM to art. I've been doing character artwork for all the guys with their characters. I started a long time ago. I never finished it all, and so so what's going to happen is I'd finally finished our pirate character Balron. That is Clashius Clay up there, and I am starting Fulcrum. So if you join tomorrow, you'll see me with showcasing Balron, and you'll see Balron with the other two, Koto and Skeezer, in the lineup, and you'll see me working on Fulcrum.
So you're just to clear up the scorecard, you're a Fulcrum.
A Fulcrum,
and,
Koto. No, I got a Fulcrum and a Morgaine to do.
Oh, save Morgaine for last.
Mm-hmm.
Well, I know because he doesn't care.
It's not that I don't care. It's that I'm just might get done before you.
Just so understanding.
So good. So
Anyway,
what time
let's
did you say
get through
that was?
this stuff,
6 o'clock
and
is
then
what you
6
said?
to 8.
Okay, 6 to 8. Very nice. So yeah, check that out. We'll definitely be doing that. DM to Art is fantastic. There are some episodes I am trying to get up on our YouTube channel, by the way. So if you want to catch up on some of his past ones where he's been working on Ballroom, go check those out. They are fantastic. You can actually hit !YT to bring that link up. And let's see what else we got going on this week. Are we doing anything tomorrow? Did we say? Besides,
just by plugging, I didn't mean to shut us down. I was just saying.
We're to that point. Well, basically, what we have to finish up are just some details. So we have determining ability scores, so we just finalize that. So we look at all of our ability boosts that we've done and all of our flaws, and just record that, which you basically have all done. And we write down your class details, like your hit points, your proficiencies, which is what we were just doing, picking your skills and that sort of stuff, which we've been mostly doing. Hey, all of them for
I got all the skills.
Clashius.
Yo, I got it. I got all the skills. I got all the skills, and then I one including eating your children.
But that is a bonus skill, I believe. It's a free action. Whew. It's nice.
It's called Orcish Trait. Eat children.
Oh shit!
Ridiculous.
The other things we could be doing is buying equipment, and then there are finishing details like picking your alignments, which are still in existence as much as I wish they weren't. Let's talk about alignments. I think that's something we can do on camera that'll be important. So, Levi, what are you looking to do for the old Diggbungle?
Diggbungle is chaotic good.
Chaotic good. All right. What about old Cassius Clay Dyson?
I'm pretty sure I'm chaotic neutral.
Chaotic good, chaotic neutral. All right.
Because I bite people's deals off.
Lug Rashbucket's gonna be.
I didn't even think about that. Nah. I know.
About this. Yeah. We'll come back to
Neutral it
On the
is.
sheet, it says "fuck if I know."
That's a good one. I'll accept it. So we'll
Is
skip
there a
you
mechanic for alignment in this game, Jeff?
There is not really, as far as I can tell.
Okay.
I don't know if it really matters for any
If
purpose.
it ain't got
It's
a
never-
bonus, I don't want it.
What's the old Michael Spicy Mike gonna be?
Valentino.
Please tell me that's his last name.
It is. It's
It
written
is.
down on the
That's
sheet.
totally
I'm
his
looking at
last
it
name.
now.
Valentino, that's amazing.
Now, I feel like, because
This is.
I was thinking maybe Spicy Mike could be chaotic, but I think he's just more spontaneous than
He's
he
more
is
just
chaotic.
misunderstood, really.
He's not truly chaotic. He doesn't just want things to go crazy. He just likes to kind of
You
do
can't be
things like
chaotic and be a good builder, right?
That's Dustin's
absolutely
character, by the
true.
way, for
That's
people who didn't know.
absolutely true. So I think this is This is not me. This
I know,
is
this is Dustin,
Cassius
is what I said.
Clay Dice. Okay, I know. I just wanted to make sure.
We don't have a picture.
I didn't want to do the voice with his picture. Is all I was saying. Anyway, but I think he's probably going to be neutral good. He's not necessarily lawful. He's not necessarily chaotic, but he's definitely a good dude. He still might punch some guys in the face if they talk wrong in the bar, but he's a good dude.
That will come in handy, actually, as I am running this the Fall of Plaguestone as a module, which is one of the first modules that they put out. And there is, in fact, going to be a very spicy Mike scene early on.
They all gonna be spicy Mike scenes. You don't even know.
So, Tim, what is Jasper Smoothhands' alignment?
Chaotic good.
Chaotic good. So we got chaotic good,
We got a lot
chaotic
of
neutral,
chaos.
neutral, and now we're back
Fuck
to
if I know.
fuck if I know.
You said I could have that as my alignment, right?
All right, we'll write it in.
His alignment's
I'm
an F.
looking. I'm
It's
looking.
just
yeah.
F.
Trying to decide. I'm trying to think here.
We're gonna put it
Like,
down as a real nice neutral fuck if I know.
Neutral fuck.
I do like
True
the
neutral.
art. Those dog slicers coming in handy by the little cover art there with the with the wolf. You're so
See?
used to them.
Yeah.
See?
You got some wolves. Or
I've
there's
already
even a
got
horse
this.
in there.
I was made for this.
And if you'd have brought the horse chopper, you could have got the horse too.
Yeah.
But wait, there's
I
more.
I gotta grow a little bit for the horse chopper. So yeah.
You really do need to make that the slap chop. Oh man. Yeah, Rachel, definitely check out the wisdom check while Quentin decides. Monday night at 10 p.m. we do this live show, Dustin and I typically, but sometimes we have people step in and help us out, such as Levi and Tim. And that has been super helpful. We always bring on a guest, and we talk about various issues that come up in the gaming world. And as early as we were saying before, our early episodes were a lot of like advice for new players on how to get into things, how to learn how to role play, how to make good backgrounds, how to deal with character death, all that kind of stuff. And there's some good stuff on there, if I say so myself.
And we can number crunch with the best of them. She wants to see combat.
We're gonna get a little. We're gonna get a little topical next week, I think.
Mm-hmm.
With two socks from Featherfall Tabletop. We're gonna talk about their rebrand they did last year, but me and them have a long-standing feud over fudging dice. So
yeah, I remember that.
it's happening.
Yeah, I hear that.
Oh shit. Yeah, so we'll have fun. You can definitely talk to us on the Discord also. And it looks like you already got on there. Awesome. We'll have to. When I'm not running this, I will give you rights on there if somebody else hasn't already done it, and make sure you get access to it all. So that is the alignment stuff, unless Clint's actually made a decision. And the only other thing we have to do is get equipment.
Equipment.
I don't want to stare at Clint right now. Just
stare at him.
Equipment. What equipment do I need? I got my two fists. I got my two fists with my gauntlets on them, and all the belts. The belts is what I need. All the belts. I'm going to unify all the belts.
Oh boy.
So we don't really need to get into the details on the equipment too much here. The only thing I do want to point out.
First real game.
Yeah, we will. There are some neat things in here we just discovered. One of them is class kits, and it looks like they sell you like a bundle of stuff. So if you don't want to go through and select things individually, you can just be like, I'm playing a cleric. This is the cleric list. It cost me a gold piece and 5 silver, and I get all this stuff.
Is this in the equipment section?
Is page 289 in the core book. Let me see if I can find it in the compendium. So I can show.
I can just tell you, for our characters, I'm not sure the standard bundles are going to work.
Yeah, we generally don't. But it's cool that they did that. So
it is cool.
Somebody that's like not played before, don't really know what they need. Like
I just took the adventurers pack. I figured that's like all you need, right?
Yeah, it's part of it.
Absolutely.
Now there are some differences also that are kind of interesting. You know how in like old systems they use encumbrance, and we typically ignore it because it's a big pain in the ass and it's kind of unwieldy and goofy. This version has done a different take on encumbrance. And now instead of weighing things out and figuring out individual weights on everything, you instead just deal with bulk. So there's a certain number of bulk points that things cost, or they don't cost anything. So some things are so small they don't have an effect on your weight. Some of them are light, and it takes like 10 of them to actually matter for the sake of carrying your bulk. And then there are bigger things like armor or like large weapons or like other characters or whatever you might be carrying that have bulk ratings, and you can carry a certain amount. So the amount you can carry, I believe, is 5 plus your strength mod.
I can carry all the stuff. I got all of it. I got all the strength. All the strength is mine. I can carry all the stuff.
Oh, fuck.
All the stuff.
So that's something to consider as we get into it. And then there are a lot of really interesting things with the equipment. Pathfinder 2e has gone into a lot of detail into giving different armors different abilities. So like say, like scale mail behaves different than chainmail. So there are like special traits. Like chainmail has flexible as a little ability on there. And what does that do? Flexible is listed. Of course, I say something and I can't find that immediately, so...
Come on.
I'm good at this, guys.
It's always the way.
I need to have a wobe, so I can have a wobe.
Wobe.
And then I walk around in my wobe, and then I take my wobe off to show off my belts.
Mm-hmm. That would be bright.
You gotta have the hood and the towel to wear around my neck, because I had the towels all the time.
It's so good. So good.
And then if I
there
get
it is.
knocked down, Clint has to throw in the towel. He's got to throw it into the wing.
He gets knocked down, he just gets up again. It's okay.
Just get right back up. It's fine.
I get 10 rounds to get up. 10 rounds is how many I got to get back up.
All of us should carry around towels. Like all of us have a towel, just in case.
Fanning him.
It's in the adventurer's kit, you know. It's okay.
Of course it is.
every 2 to 3 rounds, I need like one of those robes of items where I can take out my stool and sit down on it, and the cut man can come heal me.
Family man here. Family show. No taking out your stool.
Taking out his stool.
Oh boy.
Getting in there.
And then I need Tim to come over and start giving me advice.
But he sounds like this.
Hands.
He's all like, where's my smooth hand angel? Got me.
Oh, so
Can I
fucking
see?
Get up, you son of a
love it.
bitch. Cause Mickey loves you.
I don't know if we're ever gonna get to some gaming in this. This is
We're
gonna this could be a
gonna.
great
It's gonna
time.
be fun.
About it.
I'm
You
gonna
didn't
love
have
it.
a real adventure, did you, Jeff?
No, it's just
Never.
gonna be
Okay,
fun.
good.
It's gonna be fun. It's gonna be great. Yeah, so I finally found that thing I was looking for. It was right above what I was reading. So these things have different abilities. So like flexible is on chainmail. So what it does, actually, you don't apply your armor check penalties to acrobatics or athletics, or stuff like. It's also noisy though, so it makes your stealth a little bad. Some of them are like comfort. You can actually keep wearing it even when you're asleep, which is nice. Yeah, and then there's different categories. So they could be leather, composite, chain, or plate. And those give different effects whenever you have the specialty for it. So like chain gets resistance to, assuming it's going to be slashing. If I can find... Yep. Composite gets resistant, I'm assuming, to piercing. And leather gets resistance to bludgeoning. Plate gets resistance to slashing damage. So what does chain do? Oh, chain reduces critical hit damage. So depending on what type of armor you're wearing, you get special abilities added on as well, which is pretty sweet. And the one I think is the coolest is shields. So shields you actually get to be pretty active with. You can like raise your shield to get bonuses. You actually damage resist with it. People can break shields, and it's a pretty cool addition to the game, I think. And then with your weapons, you're going to get all these little traits on there that give different effects whenever you're using them. So like I think Clint's got backstabber on his. So if you hit somebody that's flat-footed, he gets extra damage.
Yeah.
So that'll be pretty sweet.
Like a rogue that doesn't have to rogue, you know?
Yeah. Which is pretty
it's
cool because I make people flat-footed all the time, and then I hit them with my sneak attack.
I think he said fat-footed.
Fat-footed. You can't move fast when you have fat feet.
It's similar.
For their
Flat-footed.
flat-footedness, I hit them with an uppercut.
So those are things the guys are going to decide on, figure out what they want to do. We're going to figure out Levi's cleric stuff, his deity, because he wants that to be a secret. So just for you guys that are watching, next Wednesday and every Wednesday going forward until we're done with this adventure, we're going to be running Pathfinder 2E at 10 p.m. Central Standard Time.
Yeah.
It'll probably be like 2-hour sessions just to keep it in this normal time block. And we'll go until we run out of this module, which the module, again, is this Plaguestone...
Just
Fall of
be a
Plaguestone.
solid. It's gonna be a solid year at the rate we're going.
Got it. This roleplay? Yeah, maybe. But we will be rocking that out. So it'll be a few sessions, probably 6 to 10 sessions, I would imagine. And this is basically just trying to get a sense of the game, learn it, figure out if the guys like their characters. And then after that, I'm going to either go into this other module we picked up from our guest on the Wisdom Check recently,
Nice.
or I'll do homebrew. But the nice thing about their module is there's a lot of room for homebrewing, so I might just do both. And we may just have to make some edits to it because it's also meant for the same level bracket of 1 to 4 as this Plaguestone one is.
We're going to be level 1,000 by then.
I doubt it. But we'll be working on that. Tomorrow, as Levi was saying, he's doing the DM to art, right? 6 o'clock?
By 6 to 8. Come on by. It's just going to see, it's all Photoshop. So you'll see me working on Balron. You'll see me done with Balron, showing him off, and then starting on Fulcrum. I'm cleaning and prepping Fulcrum like tonight.
which is
after
awesome.
e-learning with my students all day. So there's that too.
The funny thing is, all these new people are going to show up to DM to Art tomorrow and be like, I thought there was a Scottish guy doing this. Who is
Never
this?
break.
Who is this guy?
The best part about DM to Art now is
You can tell I'm not Scottish because it's not a very good accent.
you have to show up to DM to Art just to see which one of the Everstorm NPCs is doing the painting of the character for the day.
Yeah, that was actually pretty awesome last time. That was really funny. So also, I just linked the little reminder to look down at the panels below for our stream team.
Yes.
There are so many in the Heroes Approved list nowadays that it became too bulky for our little commands here. But if you look down below, you will see we have all kinds of cool people that we're involved with that make good content. Most of them you probably already know because you just came from their channels. So definitely check that out. We also encourage you to check out Air Laser's stuff when she doesn't have the plague. She is a great mod. She takes care of us, and is a nice cheerleader. It's quite awesome. And what else do we got? Saturday is the Everstorm, which is our 5e game. That where is he at? Levi runs the game.
Levi.
It's a homebrew campaign. We are deep in the weeds. We are finally getting to my character's backstory stuff a little bit.
We're in season 2, which is now episode 4, Powerful and Perilous. And and this is actually, if we count it out, close to the 34th or 33rd, right?
It's a lot of episodes.
It's a
I'm
lot.
pretty sure it's 40 something.
No,
Really? Okay.
No, we cut.
Yeah, I think
No,
so.
we cut season 2 at like either 29 or 30.
You're gonna make me prove you wrong.
Oh shit!
Oh, fighting words.
Them's fighting words. Either way, you can check out previous episodes on our YouTube, or some of them are still active here in the Twitch. So
Yeah,
you can
not
check
all
out
of them
there.
are on YouTube. So honestly,
like the old ones.
There's no reason we can't get it all loaded. So it'll get it all loaded eventually.
At some point, we will in fact get all those on. We missed some of the early episodes because we were newbies and we didn't know what we were doing.
Yeah, we
But
didn't really know what we were doing at that
You
point.
can pick up early-ish, like episode 5
We still don't know
or
what we're
6.
doing, but we're much better at it.
Yeah, we've made enough errors now that we've actually become
Yes,
slightly
we've learned
competent.
from them.
So that's Saturday, 10 p.m. I'm assuming is our usual start time for that Central Standard Time. And we will run probably later than we normally do, considering most of us are new.
Way late. Yeah.
Yeah.
So, bring yourself some coffee, some caffeine.
It'll be
whatever
like
you use.
midnight by the time we get done.
Whatever, West
For
Coast.
you. Yeah.
On average, Everstorm runs about 4 hours, but sometimes 5.
Mm-hmm. So we'll be doing that. Do we have anything going on Sundays? I don't think we have anything Sunday.
No, Sundays.
Be a day of rest.
Sundays we usually help check out our stream team friends, Dragons in the Dining Room, and then Grouch Couch has Drunks and Dragons on Sunday. So
my, look at
you
that.
won't find us, but they're open those days. So check them out on Sunday.
Early, so
DM
we
to
just
Art, it's tomorrow. It's 6 to 8.
he is
I'll just
sneaky.
type it.
Yeah.
So sneaky.
Yeah.
Yeah, well, Air Laser just typed out our entire schedule for us. That's awesome.
That's awesome.
So
Damn.
Tuesdays
Tomorrow.
at 8 p.m., I
That's
believe, right? Is your
8.
standard
Yes, 8 p.m. Central Time. So I don't know what everybody's times is, but we kind of go with Central because most of the guys here are Central. It's early for me. I'm West Coast, so it's nice. I can be done by 8 p.m. for me.
time? Oh, yeah.
But Bardic Knowledge on Tuesdays. Basically, I am writing for the Everstorm game. So there's a lot of music out there, but a lot of it is licensed, and with the way Twitch rules or YouTube rules work, if you use someone else's stuff without licensing it and they find out, they can either try to recover money or they just basically just take your stuff down and then you can't see it anymore. It can't be found. So I've got a little bit of a musical background, so all the music for our games now. So we are about to finish up. Well, we were supposed to work on some yesterday. We had some serious technical difficulties. Did not work out. But
It was
since
really
then,
unfortunate.
it sucked. I agree. But we did figure it out, and we found out what we think is a redundancy. So even if our fix goes bad at some point, we should have another way to go. So either way, it'll be back Tuesday. every Tuesday, 8 to 10. Writing music, orchestral type music. I'm having a lot of fun with it. Hope everybody's having fun watching
It's
too.
really good. I enjoy
I
it.
didn't, animal.
Yeah.
I did nothing.
Well,
we speculate that Levi sabotaged because he did declare war on Cam, which is
I was
also,
busy
by the way,
watching
why
a
I
movie
put
with
them.
my kids.
I put them across from each other because of this feud.
so that we can see which direction is it.
Well, which is it?
Nope,
Oh,
wrong.
no, other one.
Nope,
There you go.
that way.
Oh, they're duking it out. So they are racing to see which one of them gets done with their project first, because we gave them the challenge of writing us music and making art for our characters, like a year or
Wrong
5
way!
ago. And
Oh, wait, dickhead!
It's getting close to pushing almost to like when September rolls around, it'll have been 2 years.
so
It's not like whichever one of them wins has like a ton of bragging rights.
Yeah.
I'm hoping by the end of or before the end of April, we're going to be having music pumped in, original music pumped in. So
yeah, so we won't have to be using the music I'm pounding out here right now.
And
Hopefully,
my art is
Yep.
the same reason. It's all inspired by need for a copyright. So if that's our stuff, we can keep it.
and it's fun. It makes content for us too.
And I
so
mean-
we might as well share what we kind of know how to do. So
And as I say all the time, like my friends are all way fucking more talented than me. So like watch them do shit they do and then realize what I've told you all along. Like
Well,
yeah, but
hey,
nobody
shout
can
out-
build a social network like this
hey,
guy.
Shout out to Dustin, everybody. Like,
Absolutely.
here we are saying that, he's not talented and all that. He's saying that. But every day he's going in and he's on the front lines of all this COVID-19.
That is
Absolutely.
also true.
That is absolutely true.
yeah. So
I
bless
may or
you,
may not
medical
have watched a few
professionals.
hours of Mike Tyson
Yes.
interviews today at work.
Plus,
like I
I
wouldn't
told you.
overplay it too much.
I'm just saying, Spicy Mike is great and all, but Clashius Clay is already the rock star of this set.
It's so true.
That's
Oh man.
It's gonna be incredible. It's just gonna be great.
Don't worry.
Oh, that's so funny. So yeah, we got some requests for new merchandise. By the way, they want a Skeezer shirt.
What a Skeezer
We need
t-shirt for
what
sure.
we need is a Skeezer plushie. We need to get we need to find a way to get like
God.
Skeezer plushies.
They
Like
have-
they'd be the best.
They
Oh
have
my
pillows.
god, yes,
Would
please.
a pillow work? Would a skeezer pillow work?
Oh,
Skeezer pillow might not
oh
be
yeah.
bad.
I mean, we can put whatever
you
art,
definitely
like
can.
whatever image we want in there.
Geezer's done. I could just hand
You
it
can
over.
order
We
it.
can't make plushies there, Laser.
Oh,
No, we can't do
Let's make it
plushies. That would
Oh
be.
my god, she would die.
There's also another request for DM to art track pants. DM to art, Levi's image he selected for himself is his
Can't
own
stop
right.
us. We can make
Hey,
one.
hey though. Now that Bowron is done, I can officially make my booty got plundered by Bowron Harrow's
Yes. So we got some new we got a lot of new merchandise ideas. We'll get those out.
We'll figure it
and
out.
Are we playing any games tomorrow night?
7 Days to Die?
We could do 7 days.
World War
Nine.
Yeah, some days I can
Or
download.
we could do zombie something.
Yeah, I didn't realize you guys
Zombie
grabbed World
Thursdays?
War Z.
Yeah.
Yeah, we just like Clint let us know that it was like, hey, it's free on Epic Games. We're like, oh,
Mhm.
look at that.
Absolutely.
I
there
think
was a
it's,
question
I
about
think the World War Z
calendar. I didn't see
was
that.
better viewing than 7 Days to Die myself
Yeah.
personally. But
Well,
just it's
let's
more
race
action
it
based.
tomorrow.
It's not a lot of like,
We
let's
can do
watch
whatever.
Jeff and Dustin mine for the next 2 hours, because it's not a horde night,
True.
True.
Well, we'll figure it out, but we can have a maximum number of players of 4 on the
Yes,
World War
at
Z.
a
which
time.
is the
It's
issue.
cool. I
So-
can sit that one out. I got a module I got to write right now anyway, so it's all good. I'll watch you guys.
Well, if Tim wants to play with us on World War Z, we could do that.
Yeah, I'll
if,
Yeah, we
if
can do that too.
Levi and Dustin want to play 7 Days to Die, though, we should definitely be doing that tomorrow and make sure the whole
Yeah.
group is there. But it looks like Levi's shaking his head.
He's like,
He's already.
I've reached my maximum of the
that.
week.
There's only so many nights that I can be streaming and doing things, and so
Fair due.
you know,
So
Still
tomorrow,
have to
then
be a
let's do
Pathfinder.
World War Z. So at were we doing 10 p.m. as the standard time, or we want to start earlier?
Ain't got to wait on me.
Yeah, I mean, we can start.
You do have to
Yeah.
go. You do have to go after 8 because Levi's streaming until 8.
Yeah,
That's
it'll
true.
definitely be after 8.
Maybe,
It'll
wanna
maybe
just go-
9 o'clock is a good.
We want to just hit it right after Levi ends, so that we can jump right into the next show.
it's not a bad idea.
So 8 o'clock. So that'd be
We
yeah,
could
that'd be
try.
6 for me.
I'm putting my kids to bed right then, so
Yeah, I would have.
if I can do like 8:30.
An hour break.
Yeah, I wouldn't mind a little bit later.
We will figure it out, and we will announce it on the Discord.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
if
Yeah,
you're
check
not on
that
the Discord, join the Discord.
So we'll be shooting a bunch of zombies tomorrow, and it'll be really fun. And I think that pretty much covers everything we could possibly cover. We'll talk about that calendar, Skeezer calendar, which will be hilarious.
Skis are
Different
Also,
clone for each one.
I guess if we're going to be playing World War Z or something tomorrow at 9, but if you're not into video games and you want to check out some more paizo type fun, J Brews is running Starfinder same
That's
time,
right.
9 p.m. over on his channel. So
Absolutely.
if you're into these sorts of games and stuff, you want to check one of them out tomorrow. He is running Starfinder. So
Yep, and
Nice.
like I said, if we get done before he's done, I'm sure we'll raid him and
Absolutely.
play around. So
he runs from like 9 to 11. So usually he's done before us, but depends on with this game. You guys may not go as long. I don't know.
I don't
We'll
know.
see.
We're still
figure it out.
playing it by
Find out.
ear. So
But we should see if we have anybody to raid, because we were nicely raided by some other folks today. which is
Yes,
I
that
fantastic.
is true.
am not on TT2KB right now, so hold on.
Yeah, give yourself a second there. I would do it, but I apparently have run out of
That's
monitors.
I'll do it.
run on a monitor.
Oh
know where to
man,
look.
Don't know what to do.
Wiley versus on. Let's raid Wiley. We haven't raided Wiley. In a
All
while.
right, let's
Yeah,
rock it
that's
out.
great.
Wiley's a
That's a
good
good
man.
All
one.
right.
Let's go stop
All
and say
right.
hi to him. Thank you all for coming tonight. I hope you enjoy
Thank you,
Pathfinder.
Absolutely.
Thank
Thank
you.
everybody.
I
Thanks,
loved it.
everybody. Stick around. We're gonna raid. Yeah, join the Discord too. We just linked it in there, so check it out.
Oh, we
Absolutely.
can't wait either. Yeah,
Next week, Wednesday.
Next week.
We're gonna keep peer pressure.